I
Yeah.
must say that's a blessing.
Yeah, it makes life a lot easier. Hey, everybody. I'm pretty sure we're live. This is Richard Hart, multimillionaire, genius, billionaire, philanthropist, blah, 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 blah. With Nico Vanderhorst, the funniest watch YouTuber on YouTube.
Thank you
What's
so
going on?
much. That is some introduction. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that.
My pleasure. My pleasure, bro. Yeah, I've never really done like a cross industry kind of stream before. I think all my stream stuff has been personal development or crypto. I've never done like a watch stream. So a lot of you guys watching, if you don't like watches, you can screw off now. But he's probably going to ask us some crypto questions too. So maybe stay. I don't know.
Yeah, my knowledge about crypto is that's it. That's my knowledge about crypto.
Well, I
Literally.
mean, well, we could ask you questions about your
So much
biz, or you
fun.
could ask me questions about mine. However you want to do it.
You're in charge today, so
All right. I mean,
there you go.
we'll do you first. I mean, how long you been in the watch game?
I've been in the watch world for a very long time. I've not been in trade for a very long time. By the way, if I sound like I've been hit by a truck, that's correct. It was a truck called COVID. May I add?
Did you get COVID for real?
Yes, yes. It's fucking no joke, mate.
You
On
don't. You don't.
Friday,
You're clipping. You don't even have to move close to the mic. Like you're in the red. You could be
uh,
right there. You're good.
fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic. No, I on Friday I thought I was gonna die, like, and that is no exaggeration. Friday night, I was like on this point calling an ambulance. It was
That's rough.
scary.
So you
That
just
was
couldn't breathe.
rough, but I couldn't breathe. The sheer body ache, the pain. It was just mad. It was the worst flu I've ever had in my life. But I
But
got myself out of it
you
somehow.
look okay now. I mean, you
Yeah,
look
but
like
like I look a bit normal, but I it's the first actually yesterday. Yesterday was rough. The day before, I done a live stream, and after that live stream, a few of your community, the Hex people joined, which I really really appreciated. And they were ridiculously generous, may I add. Um, like like that after that live stream, I got knocked out for probably 2 days till
that's
today.
wrecked, man. That's wrecked. I hope I don't get it. Like I prefer to.
No,
I
no,
don't like getting sick. I haven't been sick in forever, but I prefer to stay that way. Like if I
no.
can. Yeah. I
I've
used to
been
live. I used to
I've
live
not
in
been
Ireland
sick.
for a while. You know that? Like I used to live on
Did
Fleet
you?
Street in Temple Bar
Whereabouts?
in Dublin for like a year. I used to stay in the Morgan
Mm.
Hotel. Yeah. And so I would go out every night. Every night. It was complete
Temple
madness.
Bar.
Yeah.
Temple Bar is a notorious place, mate. Notorious.
For real.
It's,
Yep.
it can't be good for your health, like.
Nope. That's when I started drinking. I was like, hey, I'm 30 and I'm having my birthday, so I guess I'll try drinking. And then I have
uh,
since just like chilled. Like I try not to drink. But like that's when I started drinking and having like insane parties and whatnot.
luckily myself, I live in a countryside, so I'm born and raised in a city, but for me, the countryside, mate,
Right.
that is, I'm just so fortunate to live in a countryside. I can go for a walk, and I must say, I prefer that so much than
It
a
just
city.
sucks when there's a tractor in
Um,
front of you and you're just stuck behind this tractor for way too long. There's no way to
yeah,
get around the tractor. At least my experience.
luckily, the roads are not that long here, so
Right. Yeah.
uh, the roads are not that long here, so I don't get stuck that much. But fuck it. But watch industry, I've been in the industry for I don't even know how long. I've been writing articles. I've been um, doing research,
He's doing
a lot of
research.
historical pieces and stuff.
That's a hard man. I don't know.
Historical research.
The old watches, they look busted
So
to me. I
that
can't appreciate them. I'm like, oh look, it looks old and nasty. Ugh. It's not my thing.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
That like let me change your mind on
All
that
right.
because you made a comment. You made a comment. You can buy whatever you like.
True.
Certain vintage watches you just can't buy.
Well, yeah.
you can't buy money. Money doesn't buy a specific watch, and I think that is ridiculously cool, and it's also attractive, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think that a vintage watch, uh,
If you're the
vintage
guys,
watch can carry a story.
yeah. I mean, I like the bow, whatever the Rolex that does like date, moon phase, and day. The bow. I don't remember the second word. He was like the king of some Asian country, and he went to Rolex. Was like, make me your best Rolex. And that was the one they made. But I can't remember the second part of his name. It's like the only. You don't see complications in Rolexes. Like they don't do day, date, month,
No.
moon phase. They just don't. They do moon phase in the Cellini, and like that's it. No. Not that I ever care. I don't care what the moon's doing. I don't even go outside. I don't even know that there is a moon.
No.
I don't know. Like.
Listen. I love stories, right?
Yeah.
I love history, and this is one of the things I love about vintage watches is that it carries stories, or it's been on wrists of very important people that have done things, save the world, or like not just an old fucking watch, but a specific old watch, a specific chronograph, which was used to break out of a prison, break out of the Second World War. And genuinely, that's for me the beauty.
So like, how do you feel about the watch from Pulp Fiction?
I mean, I think it's very sexy. Like, I think it's seen some dark places. Like, let's put it that way.
For you guys that haven't seen Pulp Fiction, this watch was smuggled in a POW camp in Nam through two different prisoners' butts until it could finally find its way back to a young boxer in L.A. It spent several years
smuggled
in man butts in a prisoner of war camp. Thanks, Quentin Tarantino.
Exactly.
That's some good storytelling. So what's the most expensive watch you've messed with? Like, fiddled with?
I've held the $17.4 million Paul Newman Daytona. I've dealt with it.
It's pricey.
So that would be the most. That would be the most expensive.
He had
watch
two of those,
I've
right?
dealt
Like his wife gave him one that had a description on the
with. He
background.
had a 62. Well spotted, well done. He had a 63.9, which was sold for $17.2 million, and he had a 62.63 Big Red Black Dial, which was sold about a year and a half ago, for significantly less. May I add?
I think I like 4.3. Interesting.
Or 4. It could between 2 and 4. I can't even remember.
Yeah.
I haven't dealt that exact watch.
No.
But the 63, I have exactly the same version, may I add, but in my own collection. But I have.
I'm trying to lock up every diamond bracelet one. Now, for everybody that's watching, most watches lose money. Most. So if you think you can just buy watches and make money, it doesn't work like that. Some watches you can make money on, but the ability to even do that is hard when you're already paying 2 and 3x retail. Like me, I'm an idiot. I'm paying full boat, over retail, multiples, just because I'm buying stuff that you cannot get. I don't care what AD, authorized dealer you go to in the world. They can't order it from you. There's no one for them to call. It ain't happening. So like these.
Call them F catalog pieces.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I messaged ADs. I'm like, hey, I heard a rumor this exists. Can you get it? No. All right. Well, I'd rather give you guys my money than just Joe random other person. They can't take it. There's just literally nothing they can do. Rolex gives them some stuff sometimes, and good luck, and that's it. And they're just happy to have it, and there's nothing you do about it. So I've got with these GMT2 Rolexes, I've got the rose gold full diamond dial bracelet, SARU.
126755 SARU.
Saru. Yeah. And then this. So I've also got
ruby.
Right. Then the same thing here, which is just sapphire and diamonds, so they just call it the SA. But this is like from 2011, so it doesn't have diamonds.
That's the
in
yellow gold, right? That's the 116758.
Well, I got the white and the yellow. But the yellow, so here's the rose one. Goodbye, bear. The bear couldn't take the prices anymore. He jumped off. It's the Bitcoin bear. So this one here, it's got it's different than these other ones because the diamonds are larger, so there's less of them in each grouping. And then the blue is a lot lighter, so you don't need to be outside for it to look like a blue. Like these other blues are so dark that unless you're in bright sunlight, it almost looks black. So it's just a different kind of blue. And then the 2011 doesn't have the diamonds on the clasp, and the diamonds are smaller. I'm pulling it next to my face because the camera's going to pull focus on my eyes. And then SARU versus just sapphire and diamond. Now, it's personal taste thing. Some people, they don't like rose gold. Some people, they love white gold. But you can't actually get a better Rolex than these two, except for if you like vintage, fine. Or if you get a rainbow Daytona, just because it costs about twice. So this is like 250K US. This you could get for maybe 210 US. And then for the rainbow Daytona, you're looking at like 450, 500 US. So like you can't get a better Rolex than these unless it's vintage or the rainbow Daytona or like the GMT Ice that Ronaldo has.
You're defining better by value
or cost.
Money.
Sure.
By cost.
Yeah.
Don't define a product by cost, mate.
Well, then I would just buy an Apple Watch and be like, yes, this will alert the authorities if you fall over, and it can find itself.
Let me tell you one thing. You see that platinum Daytona, the 116
baguette on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best watches ever created.
Well, I'll tell you a story about this
ever
one.
Created.
It's okay. I mean, so I'll tell you my story on this. When you buy a Rolex, what are you paying for? Well, maybe you like the CSC certification of plus or minus 2 seconds. Maybe that matters to you, that it's only a lot less inaccurate than an Apple Watch or your calculator Casio or whatever. So maybe you like the certification. Maybe you like the fact that they go up in value. I think most people like that. So what is the claim to fame for this watch? Inside, it's the same 4130 Daytona movement as any of the other Daytonas after the Zenith era. It's the same body case shape as any of the other Daytonas. All you're getting is, well, I mean, here, like, let's put this white gold Daytona or platinum Daytona versus. Yeah, I have a white gold coming. So you could get this platinum Daytona. You're getting the same movement as every other Daytona. You're getting the same face orientation. Maybe you're paying extra for the Serichrome, like hard to injure bezel here, but like I think it's a better deal. So I think I paid 140 for this, maybe 130, something like that, US. But I could get a white gold Daytona that is the exact same shape, but has a diamond face instead of this baby blue face. And I could get that for half the money. And from the outside, you can't tell the difference between the white gold and the platinum. It's very hard.
Like, you're looking at the monetarily value right now.
I like money.
You see what I mean?
I like money, bro.
The watch you're currently holding is going to celebrate its 10th anniversary in a year and a half, right? That watch will be gone. Will be gone off the planet Earth, right?
Right.
Won't be produced anymore. It's very, very complicated to build that watch in platinum.
Yeah.
That watch will be more expensive than those diamond pieces in 3.5 years.
Maybe.
Not maybe. 100%.
But here's my take on that. I think that the halo pieces that are the top of their line, regardless of what they're made of or why, in this market will tend to run away with few exceptions. So like if you saw the rainbow and it was like, 1.5x retail and then 2x retail and now 3x retail, and you're like, it's outpacing everything but like the white dial Daytona stainless. Like that's the only one that's like outpacing it on the chart, because these have charts. So like I can look at the price charts. So anyway, my take on this is I can go from platinum to white gold and get diamond instead of just blue ceramic for half the price. And then I'd rather get
But then you don't have an anniversary Daytona.
Yeah, maybe.
This watch will go in the history books. That's the difference.
Yeah.
The watch you're holding there is going to be in the history books, where the white gold one won't.
I bet you
that will be one of a dozen.
I'll bet you I could sell my watch for premium because it was my watch. So I could probably sell this for 1.2x just because I owned it, because I'm popular in an industry,
Yeah.
So, oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
I
I
should try
like,
that. I
mean,
should try that.
yeah.
I don't. I'm just happy that I can sell a watch sometimes, to be honest.
Right. So I tell you what I want, man. I want to finish this collection. So like this gold.
When is your collection finished? Let's.
We'll probably
let's go
never.
through, because below the platinum Daytona, you have an older two-tone Daytona 116523. So
it's a Zenith movement, Zenith Primero movement, 4030. Yeah.
Aye.
Two-tone. I like two-tone, but no one else does. I don't know why. Two-tone's awesome. Nipples are different color because humans like it. They don't have to be different color. It's because we like it. So like, I love two-tone. I love contrast. That's why like even this baguette dial piece, I like the standard one that has the 3 brown circles inside better, but this one just cost more, so I just got the more expensive one.
Right. So if we look at Nautilus, why did you go Nautilus?
Well, I was looking at from a price perspective. I'm like, okay, what's the hottest watch? It's in all the rap songs. It's the hardest to get. Okay, 5711 Nautilus. All right, what if I could get a bigger Nautilus with the exact same body but bigger, and I could get it at a discount instead of a premium? And so I paid like maybe 80 or 90 for. Let me think. I think I paid 80 for this one. Now it's like 110, maybe 100 to 110, depending on how you buy it. This one I paid like 120. Now it's like 140, 150, easy. It's up 25%, this one here. Now why? I'll tell you why.
Right.
So now what people don't understand is just because they discontinued the 5711, they didn't discontinue all the other Nautiluses. And they all have the same body shape for the most part. So people are kind of like falling for the fact that it's discontinued, but it's really not. Like you can get a bunch of different Nautiluses. Only one specific version.
You can get a 5980. You're now holding a 5980, and you can still get a 5980.
Yeah. So what do I like about this one? One, I love two-tone. Two, it was the only way to get into a blue face. All the other 5980s are like gray or brown. There's no blue ones. If you want a blue one, you got to pay $400,000 now to get a travel time. It's not a chrono. It's a dual time with these indicators over here, with the pushers on this side. And that's the only way to get into a blue face with a gold bezel. And so I was able to get this at a multiple less in a color scheme I like better. It was just a good deal. And that's why it went up 25%, because I bought it right, you know? They're not crypto gains, but whatever. I'm being paid to hold this. I'm being paid to punk other people on my show. Like, hey, I have $1 million of watches. And soon it's $2 million, as soon as my other stuff arrives. Because I got a McLaren, an orange McLaren Richard Mille, and I got that white gold diamond dial Daytona coming, and then I want to get. I'm probably going to get a ProMaster just because I can like get one under retail basically. But I don't like the fact it's 39 millimeters, but I do like the fact it's totally every single possible inch encrusted with diamonds. And here's the funny thing: I don't even like diamonds. I think they're crap. Like I hate the idea. like hey, like. We dug this out of the earth and it sparkles a little bit. And you're like, oh, okay, fine, you know. But here I am, look at me, like, I don't know. The duality of man. Like, I know this is crap. I just want people to like me. But if I'm going to do crap for people to like me better, I'm going to do it better than everybody else. Like, so what are your take on the Patek?
5980 and the 5726, which is in the right bottom. Yeah. These are fucking masterpieces.
Yeah, they're good. Unbelievable. You hope you never have to polish them though. If you ever get this polished, your polishing guy's gonna have a straight nightmare, because the level of polish on the inner links is.
Like, I mean, it's a complicated. No.
So let me tell you what I like about.
To polish.
Let me tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. So one, I love the contrast. That's good. Two, I don't know if I like this noise that much. I mean, you can hear it. It's a little loud. I like it, I guess, but I'm sure there's some people that don't. And this mechanism, the actual clasp, is trash. So just to compare a Rolex mechanism to this Patek mechanism, which I think they finally have started changing. You release this. You don't even have to release this. You can just pull it open. It's a joke. It doesn't actually do anything. It's completely non-functional trash that absolutely does nothing. And that bothers me. That makes me angry. So why do we have this backup that literally serves no purpose whatsoever? It makes me angry. Now Rolex, man, you put that Rolex on your wrist, you're not going to pop that clasp, man. You're not. I don't care what Rolex it is. This has to come all the way open, and this has to come open, and there's a hinge in here too. It's not just friction. It's like actual mechanical. So when this is on, it's on. It's not coming off. And I like the thicker bracelet. And I just got this because of like the black color scheme, you know? Like I didn't have anything that kind of like had a black vibe to it. It was all really diamondy. And the price point within this was good. Like I was looking at like what's the cheapest diamond faced Daytona or the cheapest Rolex diamond face stuff I can get. And it was this and the white gold Daytona. I'm like, thank you. Mine. Like, and then if you want to step into diamond face stuff, well, that's the other thing. Like people have bust downs, but people always say bust downs are cheap. And you're like, I don't know, man. Like the stuff I want doesn't seem like it's cheap. I mean, you can tell it's usually bust down. Like the diamonds aren't white enough. They look gray. You're like, I don't want gray diamond stuff. I want these are all perfect internal flawless clarity diamonds. And they only use D to F or maybe D to G color. So like optically, visually as white as they can get. Whereas like this ring.
Rolex uses the best diamonds in the world.
Yeah. Right. And you can see it.
That is accessible. And then next to that, Rolex is the biggest producer of gold.
They got their own factory. They got their own foundry.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like it's crazy. But I intend to absolutely disagree with your. Like, this is taste, right? Not to do with taste.
Or tastelessness, depending on who you're asking.
Or tastelessness, right? Yeah. Sorry, but there is so. You said, yeah, there's not much more to buy, and I'm like,
depends on what you want.
Grab a catalog.
Well, it depends on what you want. Like if you want a big watch, you could get like what a 46 or 44 millimeter AP, which I'm gonna get an AP, and I've got this Richard Mille,
yeah.
And then I'm gonna get a Jacob, and I'm just gonna hit at least one of each of the big brands to gain affinity from their audience, whether I like the watch or not. Maybe it'll grow on me. You know. So like I'm gonna buy watches I don't like.
As a collector, you need to make a journey, right? It's good to make a journey as a collector,
right?
And I'll just randomly just fucking buying whatever the fuck comes to your.
Well, it's not random. I mean, I have a very specific calculus by which I choose these things, but it's just not. Like, I like this the most. Like I care about making money on it, and I care about making sure that other people respect. Like I care about other people's opinion of my stuff more than my opinion of my stuff.
With the Platinum Daytona, with the 228, 238 you have as well, which is a factory set bezel.
Which one's that?
That's the day date.
Oh yeah.
With the rose gold, the 126755 SARU, rose gold one. That's incredible.
I love that one.
I personally wouldn't have chosen the white gold one.
I don't even think they make that in a white. Oh, you mean this one? This one, you mean?
Yeah, the white gold with the black sapphire. The SA.
You just got to get what's available, man. You don't have a choice on these. Like it's either you want that or you want nothing, because there's no catalog.
Did you get that at retail?
I have full retail, brother. Everything full retail. The only thing I didn't pay full retail for was that.
Was that at retail? Was that at retail or was it at?
I paid $250,000 for this, bro.
Yeah, but
and I didn't buy it from a dealer.
Right.
So, like I paid full boat, full retail, no deal, like, but I wanted the best. Like that next to the like I actually think this looks better than the Rainbow Daytona, but I'm probably gonna buy that as soon as I can find a deal on it anyway, just to have it, because whatever. For you guys that are watching, I have more money than I know how to spend, and I have for a long time. So you probably shouldn't do the kind of things I'm doing because you'll feel bad about it. If you buy a watch instead of crypto and crypto goes up 100-fold, you're going to be like, damn, I messed up. Nico's going to be like, yeah, but you know, you got to enjoy some of that money. Yeah, I hear you.
Listen, I only celebrate converting money into watches because watches is a currency on its own. But
well, that's what's funny is like you can make money on some of this. It's hilarious. Like, you're like, okay.
Yeah. But make sure that you're not fucking buying every currency, because sometimes rupees are not very. You have several different currencies as well. Where's my wallet? Where's my fucking wallet?
You don't need your wallet. Use your watch. Just pay with your watch.
Yeah, exactly. Here. Because this currency, that is dollars.
I think we have the same. I think we have the same wallet, bro. You got a Louis Vuitton wallet there?
No, this is cheap Chinese, whatever the rubbish this was. This is an old wallet, like.
Yeah.
I have this wallet for 10, 20, 10 years probably.
That's crazy. That would last
So
that long.
this currency, this watch, can be worth less than this currency. You know what
Was
I mean?
that Australian? That other one you pulled out there?
I don't know. This
I think it's
like
Australian.
Ukraine,
All right.
Ukrainian money, or
Not even gonna ask why you've got Ukrainian money. Not even gonna ask. Do they take that at the Tesco? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I've been in some countries, trying to hunt down masterpieces and one-offs.
Yeah.
So,
Man.
I have a one-off AP, which
All right.
took me.
Is it covered in
included-
diamonds?
No, we don't.
Is it the black dong one?
No,
Wi-
it's this piece unique on the case back. It can't show you the front, but it can show you the back. Yeah. It's exactly.
Okay.
The reason for that is it's because it's the only one in the world.
All right.
And,
Don't they make a lot of limited editions though? Like AP makes a lot of limited editions.
Yeah, but not one-offs.
Okay. All right.
See what I mean? They do a good few limited editions, right?
Yeah.
But they haven't done that in a while, to be honest. But other than the Marvel,
Right. Which, by the way, if you're gonna have a Marvel watch, like, is the Black Panther the Marvel character that you really want on your watch? I can think of several other Marvel characters I prefer to the
Yes.
Black Panther. As a matter of fact, I don't think any of the comics I ever read even actually had that character in them. It's kind of a weird character. In my
but
opinion.
I'm not gonna lie, I think it's a cool watch.
I like the purple. The purple looks all right. I'm a pimp. I could play the purple, but you know what I didn't.
I like the.
What I didn't like is when everyone was like, "Oh, the John Mayer green Daytona is like all the jam," and then everybody decides to bust out all their green faces. Like AP busts out four green faces, and then Patek busts out its green face. And I think the Patek green looks like crap. Like I don't even like this Patek blue. Like I think the Submariner blue, which is rolling over here, I love that blue. That Starburst blue looks awesome. The blue in this thing, it's like muted, kind of like more matte. Make it punch, make it kill, you know.
You know what I really like is this Daytona with the factory set bezel.
I can't see it. You got to put it where your eyes are. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's the John Mayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's
2x retail, I think.
There's a factory diamond. There's a version of this with a factory set diamond bezel.
Never seen it. I never seen it.
Unbelievable, mate.
Yeah. I'll buy it. You find it. I'll buy it off you.
I'll find one tomorrow, no bother.
All right.
But
so that watch he's wearing there is 2x retail. It's 47. Well, I mean, in dollars, I guess it's what, like $55K dollars, and then you're gonna pay 90 or 100 now. You're gonna pay 2x retail,
90.
I think.
This will go up towards April. April watches and wonders. Like, I mean, people are the rumors are always
They're gonna
spreading that
cancel
the watch
it.
will be
No.
cancel it, discontinue it. So you'll see this watch. This is a good time to actually buy the green dial, to be honest. But
There's a lot available. When you go through
then,
the green dials, you're like, I don't know why this is holding such a high price when there is so many available. It's a very very easy to get watch without with just the normal bezel.
but in all due honesty, it is one of the most beautiful watches I've ever seen in my life.
I like it. I'd buy it. I like it. If the
It
price
is-
was right.
It is by far one of the most beautiful watches I've ever seen in my life, and that factory set bezel, unbelievable, mate, unbelievable. Let me see if I can pull that up. Actually.
I would love to see it. I'd love to see it because I have not seen it, and I've been buying all the diamond things.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah.
Green dial.
I'm gonna go to chat and see them complain about where's the crypto? Talk about crypto now. Hey guys, a quick update on crypto. HEX is doing amazing, absolutely fantastic. Let's go look at the price. 17.6 cents. Let's calculate it. Let me give you a tighter price. Oh. Give me the tighter price. What are you doing? Oh, I get it. It all makes sense now. 17.43 cents. Amazing. Bull flag, breakout. Love it. And imagine people that want to get their coins on 2 chains. For you guys asking about the testnet, we're fighting it. It's a fight. The node keeps hanging. We're like doing battle. This is what software dev looks like. We're working on it. Aren't diamonds a common gemstone with an artificial price? Yes, they're crap. I don't suggest you buy them. What's your thoughts on Dogecoin? No. Don't do it. You got it?
Nowadays, I had the option to buy that at £100,000. I had no money on me.
But that's like 150K US, right? I think.
Yes, and I had no money.
Life of a dealer, bro. You got your inventory locked up on other stuff.
I'm a millionaire on Monday morning and broke by the afternoon. That's me.
No. You can share your screen if you or you can give me a number. I don't know.
The host is able.
Oh, here, let me do it. Let me allow it. Advanced sharing options. All participants. There you go. I think that works. Does it work? Yeah, you should be fine.
That's unbelievable.
That's an old. They only did that like. That's like an older version where they use that split and the baguettes. I think that's like
what? Yeah. But this is recent.
90s?
This is recent.
Really?
Yeah, it is very recent, but it's an older style bezel, but they reintroduced that. So this is actually quite recent.
Okay.
11656 BR. Right. That bezel is unbelievable, mate.
I wonder why they would not put the TBR in it.
That's unbelievable.
I mean, all the other baguette dials have TBR in them.
The problem with this one is that it's over polished. Yeah.
There's no way to fix that, is there?
No.
Right.
That's been butchered, to be honest.
Are you looking at like the rounded edges or just the grain or both?
No, you literally see that on the metal.
Yeah.
That's been butchered by someone who has no idea what it was doing. Like.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I think I like the normal bezel better than that. I don't know why. I feel that way about the Daytona too. I think that the brown dial diamond face Daytona platinum looks awesome. And then when you actually get it full diamonded, like with the diamond baguette bezel too, it loses all the contrast and it's just like white and clear to me. But I don't know. I'll probably end up buying the more expensive one I don't like anyway. Just to ball harder.
Like, I mean, Richard, it's not a cock measuring contest.
It is.
You should just fucking buy.
I have a ruler behind me. I literally keep a ruler behind me for when that moment comes. Yeah, it's one day on live stream.
You should buy. This is my advice, right? What the fuck is my advice worth anyway? But I'm of the opinion that you should buy something that is significant or that's important. Because otherwise you're just fucking buying in the sake of buying, which you've been doing. But like, there's a story behind the Zenith Daytona. There must be a story. I also, and I don't see that watch here, also had the 116613 LB, the Blue Dial Submariner. What is the story with that?
That's my first one.
Significance.
Yeah, this guy owed me money. I was in business and I was doing search engine optimization at the time, and this guy flew all the way from Europe to Miami to be like, I want you to teach me how to get #1 rank. And I'm like, no, but you can pay me. And then we did business together, and like, he owed me some money, and he's like, can I just give you a Rolex? I'm like, okay. And so he got this from the Siebold building down in Miami, and no box, no papers, but real. And it canceled out like, I think $5,500 of his debt, and it was a nice watch, and it's worth, I don't know, 9,000 now, I guess 9,300 maybe US.
Right.
This is the 2003, so it's the first one that has the gold buckle or gold clasp. So it has a dent in it, like they all do, because it's not the right place to put gold.
So, Richard, let me ask you a question, right? Because I've noticed this before. You know specific details that other people and definitely collectors don't even know, right? So that means that you must enjoy and you must like watches, right? Not just in the sake of buying it, but also because you like it, right?
I'm just lucky, man. I decided to get into this like 6 months ago and then just maxed out everything. Like I just like this is like a new thing to me, dude. Like I'm just good at stuff.
Then you know, and then you can understand that watches are sometimes more than just money.
Well, these are shoes. These are like girls have purses and guys have watches and cars and guns, and then that's just what we do. And like, if I'm a live streamer, it's hard for me to show off guns and cars, but it's easy to show off watches, and so it just is like a good utility. And they go up in price. Oh, jeez, it's like a no-brainer for me.
That's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
What is the one watch you've always? Is there a watch you've want but you purposely don't go for it because otherwise it's too easy?
I mean, I have it like from an ethical and an intellectual perspective. I think diamonds suck balls. I hate them.
Yes, diamonds are a girl's best friend.
And even that's contrived. Like they just started being a girl's best friend in the 50s when they shoved it, just like the beans for Brits for breakfast. They didn't used to eat beans in Britain for breakfast, but then the Heinz company shoved them down everybody's throats until they did. And now everybody eats beans for breakfast in Britain. So, you know, I'm always looking for that angle for HEX. Like, what is the world domination slogan for HEX? So like, the reason I bought a 5726 as my first watch is like, I don't want to dump money into the diamonds part, which I believe are going to go down in value, but I do think complication is okay, and like ride on 5711 cancellation is okay. So I went with that, and the decision was okay, but even it wasn't as good as the other one, the gold bezeled one, which went up probably 40% more. So like this went up 25%, this went up maybe like 12.5%, something like that. So, I mean, this is not something where I'm ever going to stop being price sensitive, because if I wanted to take this to the next level, like people that are watching the show right now, they're going to buy Rolexes now because I'm talking about them. I would rather they had something that I produced that looked cooler, so I could team up with a good designer and actually have one-off piece unique made just for hexagons that was insane. Yeah. And then I would much rather design a watch because I know what good looks like than get punked by everybody and just like, hey, everybody, go buy this other crap, which, you know, it doesn't have the same meaning behind it. It doesn't have the same restrictedness. Like if I make a thing, it is going to be truly limited. Like it's not going to be like. So
is that the conversation that we've had the last couple of days?
Well, that's just, I mean, that piece unique would be just for me personally to stunt on people, but separate from that, something for the HEX community. Well, yeah, sure. So I asked Nico, I'm like, yo, I'm looking for basically the best of each brand. Like I want the best APE, the best Richard Mille, which I looked at the Richard Mille prices and I'm not going to get the best. Like I'm not going to pay $2 million for one of his silly watches, like a skull face or whatever. Just not. Or maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I will actually. Like maybe I don't know myself that well. Maybe in 6 months I will, because I'm stupid like that. I don't know, right? Like if I like stuff, I'm going to do it.
You buy an RM11, ideally an RM1101, so something that increases the value.
I already got an RM1103 McLaren.
Yeah, but a 03 that's topping out.
Well, I mean, they got a speed tail.
You'll not lose money, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean the speed tail. The thing is, like, you kind of want to get the watch to match the car, and it's rumored that I'll have a McLaren car shortly anyway. So it's like, it's rumored now because I just said it. I'm getting a McLaren car as well. And the stupid thing is that the car costs less than the watch. That's really stupid. That's really,
it should
really,
be like that
really
because
stupid.
McLaren cars fall apart. And McLaren, Richard Mille
not if you don't drive them. Just don't drive it.
Yeah, they still fall apart. By looking at it, they fall apart. It's McLaren, mate. It's British, mate. They can do one thing right, and that's cheese. They can do one thing right, and that's cheese.
Well, really? What do they do? What's their good cheese?
British fucking
Stilton?
cheddar cheese, mate. Fucking mature cheddar cheese.
Oh, I didn't even know cheddar was a British cheese. Nico got rugged. Hold on. Apparently my live stream dropped you. Hold on a second. My live stream just cut you out for some reason. 1 second, guys. I will fix it. Fix, please.
Could people hear me anyway?
Hey, look, it fixed. It shouldn't have never broken. Thanks for letting me know. Hey, they can hear you. Yeah, they can hear you.
Yo,
so like,
I'm back.
let's talk about crypto a little bit. Like, well, I mean, okay, so I'm gonna get just the best AP. Probably not the best Richard Mille. Like, I hate the concept that you're getting a rubber band bracelet. It disgusts me. And then people like do framing error and they're like, oh, well, all the values in the movement. You're like, man, come on, man. They use weird screws. Yay. They chose a different material. Meh. They put, there's like a little tiny McLaren logo on there. Man, I could have got a McLaren sticker. Like, I feel bad about having this watch. But I hope everyone else in the Richard Mille community loves it.
Can I show you a McLaren?
Please.
Can I show you a McLaren?
I'm ready.
And even this one falls apart. Even this one falls apart.
That's rough. That's a pretty busy looking McLaren you got there. He's holding up a Lego McLaren. Nice.
Lego Senna McLaren, mate.
Those things are pretty busy.
I'm not
looking.
the biggest fan of McLaren, to be honest. This was kindly gifted by one of my viewers.
Right.
Back in the day, during the first lockdown, I rediscovered my love for Lego. Yes, I'm a weirdo. But
you get into archery.
Instead of going and reading books, etc., I find that more mind challenging, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And so it was so kind to send me two cars, one Ferrari, one McLaren.
Right.
So
let me ask you. Now's your chance. You're on the line with somebody that many consider to be a billionaire. What do you want to know about crypto? Because I invent them. I invent crypto.
How the fuck does it work?
Oh, that's easy.
It scares the living life out of me. I hear people losing money left, right, and center. I hear people making money left, right, and center. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'll just do watches. See what I mean?
Well, I mean, here's how it works. Money is just some crap that the government prints out of thin air that people think is worth money because other people think it's worth money. And so there's a probability that you'll be able to exchange your fake printed out of thin air crap that, by the way, they don't even print it. The majority of it's not even printed. It's just literally digits on a screen. So that's what money is. It's literal crap that's made up, that's backed by nothing, that only goes down in value, period, and that everyone sacrifices all their hours of their life for. So if you wanted to build a better solution to that the government couldn't print out of thin air for a laugh, because everyone else can go get their new printed out of thin air money, they don't need yours. And so every day your money's needed less and less and buys less and less. You used to be able to buy a Rolex at retail. Now they cost 2x retail. Why? Because they're printing money for a joke. You used to be able to buy a share in Microsoft for far less than you can now. Why? Because they're printing money like a joke. So if all money is a thing that's supposed to be scarce, that's supposed to represent the scarcity of human time and resources, well, we can do that on our own. So our own made up out of thin air digits on a screen are more scarce and more trustful or more trustable, more secure than the government's made out of thin air, guaranteed to go down in value garbage. So all Bitcoin is and all cryptocurrencies are is an Excel spreadsheet on the internet that you need your password to spend your money. And they inflate by about 1.2% a year so that people keep the sheet honest. That's it. That's all it is. It's a big Excel spreadsheet where if you have your password, you get to spend your money.
Yeah. But the only challenge is the outlets where I was watching that interview with you, and I don't know what this dude was called, but it was something with TV. And you made the comment that 30% less in the last 3 years, 30% less crypto is being accepted. That's not that's not, how do you call it?
It comes in waves, and there's lag. So in 2017, everyone was like, Wall Street's here, it's going to take over, Amazon's going to take it, PayPal's going to take it, Walmart's going to take it. And then that's your hype cycle, and none of it comes true. So a bunch of people start startups, and they run out of money. A a bunch of people buy the top, and then the price goes from 20,000 down to 3,000. That's normal. This is like the dot-com bubble. Dot-com bubble, there was people that were going to deliver dog food, and they were going to get rich doing it. Didn't work. Or they're going to deliver groceries, and they're going to get rich doing it. Didn't work. But guess what? Now it works. You have people getting rich delivering dog food. You have people getting rich delivering groceries. It works now, but they were 20 years too early. And so that same type of, oh, by the way, Amazon dropped 95% in price. In the 2000s, Amazon went down 95%. And then from that negative 95% point, it went up and to the right forever. Forever. And now it's 50% of all the commerce in the United States on the internet. Nico's like, screw this. I'm out.
I closed that window. I'm fucking bolting. Fucking COVID, like.
I feel you. So what happens is, so now a bunch of people stop accepting it, but then it flips back the other way. So now you can use it on Robinhood. You can use it in PayPal. Every big dealer, watch, jewelry person is accepting it. Like I buy Philippe Plein stuff. So for instance, this is Philippe Plein. Right? And I love it because it's dead dollars and I'm making currency to help kill off the dollar. Probably won't kill it totally, but hey, let's do the dollar better than the dollar's doing it. And this dude, Philippe Plein, I go on his website, they accept crypto now. So literally all this stuff's expensive. I mean, this right here was like, I bought a leather jacket from there, $4,000, but it was on sale. Got it for $2,000, didn't fit. Got to return it. The sizes are way small.
Did you pay 2,000 quid for a fucking jacket?
Oh yeah, you could pay 120,000 for a jacket on his site.
Yeah.
He'll sell you 120,000. I'm not.
Don't ever do that. That's fucking pointless.
I hear you. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's just rather just that's.
You're not gonna make money on that. You're not gonna make money.
That's like a Hublot on their jackets, like.
Yeah. And so like, but they accept crypto now. And if you go to like CRM Jewelers in Miami, jewelry dealer, they accept crypto. If you go, basically, so we're in a trough right now, just coming out of 2018, where everyone stopped accepting it because the price dumped. But now that the price has gone up 20, 40, 1,000x, depending on what you own, people are turning on the floodgates again. And there are a lot of people. I mean, even in the HEX community, we've got people buying McLarens. Not that you like that. Ferraris. I know you'll do like that. Everything. Houses, Maybachs, watches. I mean, people like Philippe Plein, they don't accept HEX. So I don't mind mentioning it. If they did accept HEX, I wouldn't even mention them. Because I don't want people selling their HEX. You go sell everything else. They accept a lot of stuff that's not HEX. So if you want to go waste your money there, go waste your money there.
Could you help me out in figuring out how,
Sure.
as a business, I want to be the best watch dealer to accept crypto and the one watch dealer to go to with crypto? What is the route?
Sure. Well, I mean, most people use BitPay. I think BitPay is just rough, real rough.
I wouldn't know the difference if you.
So, I mean, BitPay and CoinPayments.net. And then, like, these guys, Philippe Plein uses Coinify, I believe. So I would just set up an account with all three of them. I would set up an account with BitPay, CoinPayments.net, and Coinify, and then try it. And, I mean, BitPay, you're going to have problems. Like, their interface is very clunky. Maybe the other guys work better. Let me put it this way. If you try and pay for something with BitPay, they issue you a unique address that is nearly impossible to pay. Yeah. But if you use any of these other services, they just give you a normal address, and then you can pay that from anywhere.
I need to ask you to repeat yourself because you were stuck.
Oh,
and
my
then
bad.
All of a sudden was singing your name. Realized.
Sorry.
The only reason why you bought a Richard Mille is because it carried the same name.
Oh, yeah, that's it. We both have Richard on it.
All right.
So like, most people use BitPay, but their user interface is really clunky because they don't let you pay from any wallet. You have to use a unique wallet that supports their weird payment crap. But if you use like CoinPayments.net or Coinify, you're going to be able to pay from any wallet. It's going to be easier. So I would set up an account with BitPay, Coinify, and CoinPayments.net, and then you're probably going to end up using Coinify or CoinPayments is my guess. And then people just pay you, and then you have the money. And that's it.
And then how do you convert that money into...
Well, those companies just send you real money to your bank. So you never touch crypto.
Yeah?
You never touch crypto. Real money just appears in your bank. They handle all the middle crap.
Do you think there's a big market? Do you think that it would... as a business, I should be doing that?
Yes. Particularly now.
Yeah?
Yes, now. So in the bear market, when everyone
Consider it
feels
done.
wrecked, when in the bear market, when everyone feels wrecked, they're not going to buy stuff anymore. But now that everyone's up 20 and 40x on their money, it's very easy to get their money from them. So,
consider it done.
all right.
Because what is Coinbase then?
It's just
what
an
is
exchange
Coinbase?
in the
Because
States.
I have Coinbase.
It's just an exchange in the States.
So, well, like, what would be, you're saying that program, right?
Well,
That
so
program.
BitPay is just an exchange that auto sells your crap for fiat for you and sends it to you. So BitPay is basically
BitPay.
Coinbase, but they dump the crypto for fiat and give you the fiat. So if you have a Coinbase, you can take people's crypto, but then you got to press sell to sell it for fiat.
I have a lot of money on BitPay.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it's okay.
Zero. It's zero. Like, it's fucking zero.
Well, it's a lot easier to spend zero. So what else do you want to know about crypto? If you accept it for your products, you're going to make more sales.
Yes.
In this market.
Because I want to grow. Of course, I'm ambitious, right?
Mm-hmm.
So although me personally, and my social media presence is huge. Also, I'm a small business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have big ambitions. In 2 years and 7 months, I want to stand next to Watchfinder. If not, I want to be bigger than Watchfinder.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very fortunate that I've still been able to keep control over my company. And I'm 100% shareholder, but
don't ever get partners. Don't ever get partners. Never.
But I have the ambition to show the world that anyone can do whatever they want if they really, really push themselves to the absolute max.
I dare you to get a six-pack. I dare you.
I'll get that done. No bother, mate. No bother. I'm already there. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? But for me,
it's on my wish list.
I've been written off many times, right? And I've came back 20 times stronger. What I want with Pride and Pinion is be market leader on this side of Europe, without a shadow of a doubt. Not just market leader, just add value to the community.
Sure.
Like giving people proper advice and being honest. And
did you just get screwed by Brexit, or were you spared because you're not?
No, I'm ridiculously spared there because I'm in Northern Ireland, meaning that
So you got opted out.
Yes.
Thank God.
So
because UK is screwed.
Eurozone trading free.
Yeah.
UK free.
UK is
perfect.
Screwed. But
yeah.
They can't. It's gonna be very hard for any watch dealer there. Very hard.
Exactly.
Which is why their watches are a deficit. Like the cheapest versions of some watches you can get are sitting in the UK.
You see, for me, I really, you have that ambition, but I need to think forward, right? And cryptocurrency is forward thinking, without a shadow of a doubt, right? But bringing that, this isn't like nothing is easy, right? Nothing. If it was easy, everyone would do it, right? Fact. But bringing that business to the next level, that is key.
Crypto cancels that. The crypto broke that idea. So people say there's no such thing as free money. I have seen so many people make millions of real dollars off of stuff they got for free in crypto. It's insane. So in our like I gave HEX for free to people that had Bitcoin, just because they had Bitcoin. And then people that had Bitcoin also got free XLM and free XRP and free Bitcoin Diamond, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Radium, Bitcoin Cash. Just free coins out the butt. And then Hexicans, we used all these different services, and we were some of the first people to use them because we're innovative and intelligent. And so 1inch had an airdrop, Uniswap had an airdrop, Tornado Cash had an airdrop, Gitcoin had an airdrop. Now DYDX is having an airdrop, and you're like, this is all free money, literally free money. And I have personally seen millions, tens of millions of dollars sold of this free money that was given out. So you could do nothing, literally nothing, and get tens of millions of free dollars. And that it's real. You can buy stuff with that money. That's this because think about the industry that we're displacing. Who are the richest people in the world, other than oil sheiks, finance guys? Okay, and what if you did the same stuff the finance guys did, but it was zero cost basis? There was no mansion, no. Okay, there's a mansion here, but there's no like building full of people required to run the stuff. It's all distributed and decentralized, and people run it for fun. Like BitTorrent, you don't have to pay to download a movie if you don't want to. It's available for free if you want it. And so we've got cryptocurrency is a peer-to-peer decentralized replacement for the horrible hours, horrible margins, horrible lack of privacy, horrible everything that is in the biggest industry in the world, which is finance. So because finance sucks so bad and is the largest industry that exists, we're able to get outsized, insane returns because one, we're early. Two, it scales infinitely or massively. And three, we're attacking people that just are the easiest to attack people in the world. Go and try and get $1 million out of your bank. I dare you. Tell them you want $1 million cash. They won't give it to you. It doesn't matter how much money you have.
No, but there's several reasons why they won't give it to me, mate. There's no fucking $1 million on my bank.
Well, that's a good first step, yeah. But like people are used to having their rights removed. We had rights in the analog world, and they were removed from us in the digital world. It is illegal. It is a federal crime for someone to open your mail and read it. It is a federal crime. You will go to jail for that. Oh, but now everyone uses email. Server admin gets to read it. Google gets to read it. They get to customize ads based on it. Who can't read your email now? There's an EU directive where they have to save copies of it so they can put you in prison later when you screw up. They literally are forced to keep copies of all your SMSs and all your emails so that they can put you in jail later. So what happened to reading it was illegal? What happened to that? Where did we lose all our rights? And this isn't the only place it's happened. People continually lose their rights. Oh, okay, privacy is a human right. Fourth Amendment, right to be free from unreasonable search and seizure, etc. The UN will tell you that privacy is a human right. Okay, try and find an ATM. Just try and find one. You can't even find an ATM to get cash anymore. In places like Sweden, they're removing cash entirely. If you try and get a taxi without a card, you can't. They do not accept cash. So how am I going to have my human right to privacy in a place where I have to suck middleman D to buy groceries, where I have to suck middleman D to get in a taxi cab, and where if middleman's computer ain't working, I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumbs like, boy, I thought the world was supposed to get better, not worse. So cryptocurrency reintroduces power to the people that was stolen from the people by apathy and lack of caring. Capitalism is supposed to give you maximum choice and maximum value. You've never had less choice. You've never gotten less value. You've never had less privacy. You've never had less freedom. It's disgusting. And the only industry out there that's really making a difference and really giving the people more power is pretty much cryptocurrency. And everything else is taking it away from you. Google considers you an active, persistent threat. You don't pay Google, you're not their customer, you're their product. It's disgusting. Try and call Google customer service sometime. Dare you.
Google pays me.
Not much, bro. Not much. You're making $3 CPM, and you ain't getting a lot of M. you like it.
I mean, it's a lot of money for me.
All right.
Listen. For me, one of the things why I was very interested to have a conversation with you is to understand what as a business I need to do, and where do I start?
Sure.
You can start with Google, finding it out, right?
Well, no, you go sign up for a BitPay. Like the industry standard thing is just go sign up for a BitPay account because that's what most other people have. And then once you have some clients and you've tried it, then you can try the next thing. But I have to tell you,
I have a BitPay account.
Sure. Yeah.
I have I can't find a fucking wallet.
Bro, I'm telling you, BitPay's user experience is absolutely disgustingly terrible, horrible, absolute trash. It is really disgusting.
So I can receive write down recovery.
When you try and like bang a big card through there, though, they're gonna AML KYC you. Like, so when you bang your first real sale through there, they're gonna start hitting you up for documents and IDs and such. So even if they let you sign up for an account just without little AML KYC, they're going to beat out of you an invoice and some pictures and like a selfie. They're gonna get that out of you. So you're going before they actually send you money, you're gonna give them a selfie and an incorporation document.
Nico's Coinbase wallet. Does that mean I have a separate wallet in Coinbase?
So Coinbase has no relationship to BitPay whatsoever. So anyone in the world can send you crypto to your Coinbase account, and then really you should always accept it to your own wallet first. You should always put your own wallet in the middle, always, because then when there's a problem, you can sign statements from your own wallet to prove it was really yours. But if you get paid directly
This is-
into your exchange account without putting your own wallet in the middle, and there's any kind of problem, you can't prove that that money was ever yours.
That's the big problem. I don't even know what the fuck to find a fucking wallet.
Well, I mean, Coinbase has a wallet called Coinbase Wallet, and then they also have an exchange called Coinbase. I'm not sure which app you have, but in the end, either place, you're going to click receive and click an address and then hand that out, pretty much. I mean, I can walk you through this like by hand, offline sometime. But have somebody. But you should test it yourself. You should spend $100 buying something from yourself to see what the business flow is like. Because you don't want to lose a sale over having somebody ask you a question you don't have the answer to, you know? So you should test purchase from yourself.
I don't want to lose a sale.
Yeah.
I'm trying to build the business, but I also try to add value to the community.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to, like, people that are crypto millionaires,
Of which there are many.
they want to spend their cryptocurrency
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
And I feel that we can add value there in that field. It will
Yep.
allow us to get an extra sale, and it will allow.
And there's no chargebacks.
Facilitate the people.
There's no chargebacks.
Ah,
No chargebacks is a very
and
nice
we-
feature.
I rarely have a chargeback, to be fair, but I know what you mean.
Well,
But
you will one day. No worries. You're going to get one.
no, we've lost one time 22
Yeah.
grand, and it really
It ain't
was
no good.
really, really painful.
Yeah. Now you got to sell 200
Really
grand of
painful.
watches to make it back. It sucks. So, I
It
mean,
is.
here's the thing. I'm going to give you the mind bender. So this is the one that's going to piss you off. There's a very good chance, a very, very good chance, in my opinion, that you would have made more selling everything you own and buying HEX and sitting with your thumb up your butt than actually really working really hard in your business. Because here's how the math works out. I bought Bitcoin at 30 and it went up to 65,000. And I bought it in 2011 and then it went to 65,000 in 2021. So it took 10 years to go up. Let me do the math. 65K over 30, 2200x. No matter how hard I could have worked in any industry or any endeavor, you can't 2200 fold your money. So to give you an example, right? So if you had like $1 million and you just 22,000 it, I think it's 22 billion. I'm very sure it's 22 billion. So like if you had $1 million and you put it in 2011 and you just held it till this year, you just waited 10 years, you'd have $22 billion. These are real numbers. This ain't no joke. And by the way, that's just Bitcoin and that's just a 2000x. HEX already did a 4000x in a year and a half. And so there's people that are retired now. There's people that are just traveling the world, having fun. And you will continue to see people do that. And the only way that will stop is if for some reason everyone stops buying and staking for some reason. And it just never happens. Like that just, even the worst terrible garbage in crypto tends to still have a value. You're like Dogecoin. You know who's promoting Dogecoin? Dogecoin is a fork of Litecoin. Litecoin's a fork of Bitcoin. Dogecoin has no development, no innovation, bad software. It is actual trash. I know because I've developed around it. Who's promoting it? Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, is promoting a coin that has no merit. It has a funny JPEG for a logo. You have a funny JPEG for a logo. Amazing. Who else is promoting it? Another billionaire. The guy with the big head that owns the Mavericks. Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban's also promoting Dogecoin. Isn't it weird that billionaires are promoting a coin of little technical merit whose only claim to fame is a funny looking JPEG logo? It's like, what planet am I on? What a weird, is this real life? Why don't they promote any of these other kind of sucky things? Why don't they promote penny stocks? Why don't they promote, there's a million other weird sucky things they can promote. So what I'm saying is like when you could work as hard as you can in the watch industry, and there's a very good chance that today with HEX at 17 cents, that when HEX is like $1, you could have been like, yeah, I should have just should have all in HEX. Now, I don't like to make forward-looking price statements in HEX. I'll do it with Ethereum. I'll do it with Bitcoin. But because I founded HEX, I'm very strict in not making forward-looking price statements. So, I don't know what the price is ever going to do. but I know that it's doubled 11 times, and it's most of the way
But
to
that
its.
is that, Richard, and that is all due honesty. That is from a perspective of money, right? But
Sure.
I'm not looking to be the richest guy in the fucking street. I'm not looking to be the richest guy in the graveyard.
Yeah.
I'm looking to be the happiest cunt on the fucking planet by doing what I love every single day.
Yeah.
And that is you. You're passionate. You're proud. You're hex. You've done that, right? You've something to
We're
look
still doing
up
it.
to, look at. That
Yeah.
is incredible, and you're reaping the rewards,
Yeah.
which is incredible.
I
To
told you
me,
we raised 28 million for charity
that
just the
is
last couple weeks.
that
It's
is
real money in the
insane.
bank. Yeah.
Ah,
This is real money in the bank. This ain't
that is
fantasy
that
money. Yeah.
that is insane. Like for me, I have the ambition to do what what everyone said wouldn't be possible in an industry that is led by long-term family businesses. In the next 2 3 months, we will have the biggest platform in the watch world. Right, the biggest platform in the watch world in 2 3 months, meaning that although I've been written off many times before, this young guy, this kid, this not kid anymore, this guy that was always disruptive but always was obsessed with watches is now all of a sudden becoming and getting a voice where brands, where collectors
You're,
already.
I think you're gonna have it hard, bro. I'll tell you why I think you're gonna have it hard. I used to do retail,
Uh,
and the retail game works like this. There's people that have big advertising budgets that plaster their names all over everything, which would be Rolex, Hublot, Richard Mille, right? You look on an F1 car, covered with that crap, and not much else. Like those three guys, I think are the leaders. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple others, but I think those three guys are the top spenders. And so now that most of your retail interest that want to purchase watches are going to come in on those pieces because they're the largest ad budgets. And they have the most celebrity endorsements. So then, like you see Floyd Mayweather buy a Rolex, and then he's like, oh, hold on a second. Actually, you should buy. And he had to go and promote this other
Hublot.
brand. Was it Hublot? Yeah, he's like, Hublot's the best watches in the world. And he just left the Rolex dealer. And he had to say that because he's their brand ambassador, right? So if you play gray market, so like when I was in retail, okay, I've got my the things I'm going to put ads out for to get people in the door. But then when they get in the door, since I'm out of inventory and all that crap anyway, in your case, like in my business in Carstera, I wasn't out of inventory, but you're not going to have good Rolexes to sell anybody. They're all sold out. And so you're going to have to switch them into something else anyway, and you're going to have higher margin in those other things anyway. And then when you play that kind of gray market game, which by the way, it disgusts me that it's called gray market. The idea that some manufacturer gets to tell you what you get to sell something for is disgusting and not capitalism. The idea that if you're a collector and you buy a Ferrari, that the Ferrari people, you're going to have to ask them for permission to see if you're allowed to sell your Ferrari to somebody else, or they might not give you the next car, that's disgusting to me. Whose Ferrari is this? Is it mine or is it yours? No, I bought it. It's mine. I'll do what I want with it. I will make this car ugly as hell and you'll pay me to take the wrap off of it. So like, so issues of freedom. So as a watch dealer, when you've got to come up through the ranks and sell gray market because you can't get inventory anywhere else and you're not an AD, then they don't look on you kindly when you try and become an AD. And then basically, like if you start on the internet, you're already breaking everyone's territorial agreements anyway. And you're already afraid to sell to people because you're afraid they're going to pull serial numbers anyway. And so like, it's going to be, in my opinion, hard to transition from doing the gray market game well to trying to get any AD for anything unless you just happen.
I don't, and I will refuse, even if it's offered for free, any form of AD, any form of dealership, for the simple reason is that I want to stay independent. Independency is the key of my motivation, right? Being able to independently advise and not look at retail prices, because retail prices are fucking irrelevant in the first place anyway. It's the market price. Unless you want to beg to spend your hard-earned money, and you need to spend first more money to then spend your hard-earned money again. I think it's a fucking joke, and we all need to respect each other a little bit. You need to respect yourself a little bit more. You're not gonna do the bagging game. Let's be completely honest. If I want to buy a fucking watch, I buy a fucking watch. You see what I mean? That's how it should be now. I don't want to play those games, and I want to be independent. And I think if I look at the history and what Watchfinder has done, they've done incredibly well. The only difference is there's no personality, there's no real vibe behind it, I can do that, and I can do that better, and that's my ambition. And this is actually the first time I really publicly speak about that ambition. That ambition is very clear, known within our doors of our business, but I want to come after them, and I think that crypto is going to allow me to do that. Help us at least another step.
Well, I mean, I look at this from a holistic perspective that as a shipper of boxes, there really isn't anything too unique about shipping boxes that people buy from you that contain expensive watches, or shipping boxes that contain expensive sneakers, or shipping boxes that contain expensive car stereo components. I look at retail internet as kind of an interchangeable look. We have a billing system and a shopping cart, and we slap JPEGs and prices in there. And then we have the inventory and we send it to you, or we don't. And so you can just set up a Shopify retail storefront, plug in whatever, billing systems are supported. And I'm pretty sure BitPay is supported on Shopify. And then you're off to the races with whatever JPEGs and prices you want to stick in there. And if they happen to be watches that you found locally that you could get a good deal on, that's your inventory, cool. But I don't see any advantage to like sticking to a specific vertical of just watches, man. Like, yeah, you got some model numbers memorized, but you can do that for the next thing too. Because people run in circles, right? Like rich guys, they want stupid expensive cigars and stupid expensive alcohol and stupid expensive watches and stupid expensive clothes. Like I tell you, a lot of watch dealers sell Birkin bags. A lot of watch dealers sell Hermes in their showcase. Now you tell me what on earth a guy that's buying a watch or a sports car cares about a Hermes Birkin bag. They don't. But the girls they hang out with do. So they end up getting sold in the same store, So I would like broaden your horizons, and even you're just going to upload a different price sheet and a different JPEG, bro. Like there's no reason to even restrict yourself to watches, in my opinion. Because you're funny anyway. Like you could sell anything, in my opinion.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. My only thing is, if I want to sell more, I should be selling jewelry, but I don't give a flying fuck about jewelry. How can I be passionate about something? I feel that I can't sell stuff that I am not, I can't advise neither sell if I'm not passionate about something. And watches is what I eat, sleep, breathe, and repeat, and do that again and again and again. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I don't really feel that need with jewelry, neither with bags. And someone actually made this comment
Birkin
as well,
bags.
funny
So
enough.
dumb. They're not even pretty. They look like crap.
Like a bag of 25 G's, and I was looking at this like, what the actual fuck is that? Like, I mean, you see what I mean? So
I know what you mean, dude. But I also spent like 150 grand at Louis Vuitton this year. Like I'm trying to order this airplane bag that's like I guess 40 grand. It's like shaped like an airplane, but they don't make it anymore, so they have to make one just for me. I just bought a $24,000 like duffel bag with fiber optic lights in it. This speaker was 25. What was this? $3,000 speaker. Looks like a UFO. Lights up. I'm just wasting money just to waste it, dude. Just to like stunt, But I wouldn't suggest anyone else do this. It's just stupid. There's no reason, dude. There's no reason to have $2 million watches. I mean, unless you want to support Nico's golfing habit. He likes golfing.
I'm shite at it though. That's the fucking problem.
Everybody is, dude. It's like impossible.
But talk to me about the watches that you've bought.
Well, I mean, the first one was this Submariner Daytona two-tone, 2003. And then the next one was this, I got these two at the same time. So this is a 40-30 caliber Zenith two-tone Daytona blackface. Apparently the blackface Daytonas have like the best color scheme, apparently. And then stainless steel 5726, day, date, month, moon phase, 24-hour indicator.
Call it an annual calendar?
Annual calendar, yeah. You got to reset the date once a year. It's not a perpetual. Perpetual, you never have to change it for like 100, 200 years. And then the next one I got was, I think it was this one. I think it was a 5980 chrono, not flyback. So you have to stop it and then restart it on a different button. Like that new McLaren is a flyback, so you can just stop it.
Same as this one. It's flyback.
Right. That's the rose gold one. RM11, 03?
RM11.
No. 03 though, right?
This is the RM1101. This is the Philippe
Okay.
Massa. This is the limited edition.
What's the difference? I don't know the difference in 01, 03 and all that.
Different movement. Looks a bit different. Case is a bit different. More modernized.
So does that have a hidden annual calendar in it too? Like the ARM 1103 actually has like a hidden. It tells you the date, and you don't have to set it for like the year. You know.
Yeah, but we don't really call that an annual calendar because it needs to be actual visible. So Rolex wouldn't call the Skydweller an annual calendar either because it's actually not really an
But
annual calendar.
it has the bottom right corner is the month, and then the day is
Yes,
the top center.
but an official annual calendar was introduced in 1996, and it needed to show the name of the day, the
Okay.
month.
So not just a number then.
No,
Okay.
it's not just a number. Where I think that it's an annual calendar, but in the watch world, the proper purists, we don't call that an annual calendar, if you know what I mean.
The language
So,
Nazis are in my chat. It's steel and gold, not two-tone. I use my
It's
words
steel
that I
and
want,
gold.
and I don't give a shit what the company that makes this crap wants to say about stuff. So if you say like I want the Rolex root beer, or the Rolex Hulk, or the Rolex Kermit, they're not going to let you know what any of those words mean. But enthusiasts know what those words mean just fine, and we prefer them. We prefer them to reading out a really long model number, because really long model numbers suck balls. So I'm going to choose the human language over the factory enforced crap. I mean, and if you're going to go that far, like Rolex doesn't even use white gold. They use gray gold that doesn't need flashed with rhodium. And they don't use rose gold. They use ever rose gold. And I mean, I could get, if you want to get stupid clinical with this terminology, like I could bust ass, like I'm going to use my words. I'm a thought leader. I'm cool with my words. If I want to call something two-tone, I'm going to call it two-tone. What else?
The Richard Hart vocabulary in the watch game.
Yeah,
There
for
you
real.
go.
I mean, so this one, I got this one, like
228 238. That's the.
and I wish it had diamond face. I wish it had diamond face. This is my first. I never
Why?
liked, because I just love diamonds, bro. They're just like bling 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 bling.
I'm gonna push you to the moment where you're just buying a fucking precious metal watch without fucking stones.
Well, I mean, I have a couple. But anyway, so I didn't like this band because these look exactly like fuses to me, electrical fuses. And I just thought, like, do I want electrical fuses all over my stuff? But most people, they're not electricians, so they're not really looking at the other stuff the band looks like, I guess. So, but it kind of grew on me. It's all right. I like it. Like if you want someone to know your money at a distance, Louis Vuitton's great because it's that brown color that punches at a distance. If it's gray or black with something on it, they got to get close enough to see the something on it. It's too clunky. Nobody wants to be all up on top of you to see if you're money or not. And so gold watches play at a distance. So if you're trying to guess, is this platinum or is it white gold or is it stainless? Does it have a baby blue face? It's too hard, you know? So if you're trying to scream money at a distance, gold is a really good way to do that, or the rose gold.
I'm just missing steel. I'm missing steel watches in your collection. Steel Rolex.
Well, this is steel. The 5726 is steel.
Yeah, but it's not a Rolex. Like it's
I know. Well,
I'm missing.
you're wearing a steel Daytona, aren't you, right now?
Yes.
Aren't you
on
wearing
this
that?
one.
Isn't that the one that's at 3x retail?
Yes, the 116500LN.
Yeah, you're not going to get that. And this is
No.
weird. Like, why did that stainless one pick up and none of the other stainless ones? I mean, I guess all the stainless
It
Daytonas
picked
are
up, but
good,
they didn't pick up this much. But it's got to do with the importance of the Daytona, and it's same as the Daytona as the Platinum. There's no particular reason why the day date is 1.5x and that is 2.2x.
Yeah.
Because it's the
that's
same
right.
material, right?
Yeah.
But it's a Daytona. That's the importance of the Daytona.
Here's
There's no explanation why a Rolex day date that you're holding in yellow gold is worth less than the green Dow. Like in yellow gold Daytona. But it's because it's a Daytona. It's the importance of the Daytona. And what I would love, you're such an intelligent guy, you know, fucking
take I can get.
You like, but what I would love you to do is understand the proper story of why a Daytona is so important.
They're all 4130s, man. I'm like, it's a
It's
4130.
it's not just that, but who wore it? Why is it special? Why is it driven? You see what I mean? That's what I love, the story, because
Dude,
that's something that no one
if
can
I'm
ever
gonna
take
do
away
that,
from you.
if I'm gonna do that, then I'm gonna take my silly little piece of metal on some world tour and do crazy crap with it. Like, yes, this went down to the bottom of this thing, and then I shoved it up to, I can't tell you, but like, you know, it's gonna go on a real, it's gonna go on a journey, brother. And then we could have like photos with it going on its journey. And I don't know, like Like I could, if we're gonna inject value through proximity, then you could just add it. You know, like you could add it. I mean, I don't know. If Sylvester Stallone's watch sells for more, fine, I get it. If Arnold Schwarzenegger's watch sells for more, okay, I understand. But then, like, if Dan Aykroyd sells a vodka that he says was like run through a bunch of diamonds or something, for some reason I'm not okay with that. So, like, there's a limit to like how much proximity bonus add-on stuff I'm willing to like accept, I guess. So I mean, look, I'm gonna buy a bunch more watches, bro. So like, I've got another 8-watch winder coming. It's gonna go over here. It might replace this, maybe.
I have exactly the same collar thing as you on the right. I can grab it here. Let me show you, by the way.
All right.
And then talk about crypto because
Sure.
I also need to go for a piss at the same time.
All right.
Let me show you this.
How's it going, chat? How's it going, everybody? So we're trying something new here. We're talking to a normal person, well, who happens to have a bunch of followers on YouTube, and it's fun to talk to. And we're talking about a different industry. Richard Hart isn't just an expert in crypto. He's an expert in other stuff too. Yay. He obviously is more of a watch expert than I. Hey, Richard, longevity, do you think megadosing and vitamin C helps the immune system? No, just kind of do what's suggested or within 2 or 3x of what's suggested, I think. Examine.com is a great resource for what the cutting edge of science says regarding supplementation. Examine.com. Rich, are there any email providers you like? Not really, but I guess ProtonMail. I guess. In terms of HEX, do you guys think that HEX Pulse will go through something similar to the Gartner hype cycle? I don't really think so, man. HEX is just designed so much better than anything else that existed before it. The other thing is we relieve so much pressure on all the dips we've done that we don't need to have like a super prolonged cycle because we've blown off steam so many times. I think it's just different. Hey, what's up? You're back. Is it the four watch one?
Yes.
I tell you why I like it, man. It's just the cool background to it.
Yeah, if you need any of these boxes, you give me a buzz.
All right.
Right? Because we can get them very fucking cheap.
Nice, man.
I'm an official dealer of exactly that stuff that you have behind you.
Good stuff.
Big safe.
Well, shill your link, brother. Prideandpinion, .com or what?
Prideandpinion.com.
Prideandpinion.com is Nico's website here. What's up with your name? I see you've got like 75 different last names.
Yeah,
just not
Vanderhorst.
But on your YouTube,
Nico,
it's got a different name. It's just like your stage name or something.
Nico Leonard. So Nico Leonard. Nico is I'm Nico the third.
Okay.
Funny enough, my father's the second. My grandfather's the first.
All right.
Leonard is my other grandfather. So I'm
okay.
Because my father and myself have the same name, Nico.
My dad and me too. We have the same name.
Ah, there you go. I was given two names to differentiate the post.
Right.
So Nico Leonard, that was always my name.
You're gonna have to change it to something more brandable now. You're gonna have to be like balls out Nico watch god. I don't know.
Yeah,
I wish I understood YouTube better. I don't have any followers. I'm a bazillionaire. Why don't I have more followers? I don't know. Maybe I'm just too ugly. I don't know. Like
to be honest, I don't understand much from YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And it's my team above anything else that knows everything.
I've heard them. They seem pretty good. You have a good team.
I just sit down and talk shite, and I like to keep it that way, if you know what I mean.
Hey, they dress you up though. I mean, they put a suit on you.
Yeah, no, I get a text, wear a fucking suit, and I'm like, all right. I thought that was the one that paid the bills here.
Yeah, I think your team's good, man.
No, listen, let's call a spade here. I'm extremely fortunate with YouTube and where we are right now. It's spectacular. We're now the number 2 biggest YouTube channel in the world in our subject.
Number 2?
Yeah, Watchfinder's number 1, unfortunately.
Are they?
Yeah. Breaks my heart.
Oh, is he the one that does those like really tight in voiceover, like up close camera shot stuff? He makes good videos. Those are good videos.
Aye, definitely. So for me, I you know what? I never thought that I would be in a position that I am. So I
You're
can
up against
say,
that German chick. She's cute, man. I don't know.
oh,
The girl that does like the fake versus real kind of German chick. I don't remember her name.
I have
There's some
no
good looking
idea.
fakes out there, homies. Jeez. My God.
I can tell you one thing: you can always spot it. Always. There's not a way
I
you
know
can't
I've
spot
seen
it.
some bad ones, but I don't know if I met one of these good
I've seen
ones.
the best of the best, and I've still been able to fucking
Without a loop or with a loop?
yeah, without a loop.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's always craftsmanship. Like I've handled millions of different Rolexes, man. Like you just know, and you know, right? There's a difference. It's
Man,
like
I could tell you a bunch of tricks to detect fakes. Like I could bust you out all my fake knowledge. You want to hear all my fake knowledge? You guys want
yes,
to learn how to tell fake from real? Okay, we'll take the Submariner. The little dot on the top that's supposed to glow in the dark, it's too tall on the fake ones. The distance on the hour markers is too tight to the wall. If you're going to pull off the bracelet, it won't have a serial number under it. If you wind it and the direction is the wrong direction, if you pull out the
direction
crown,
is a notorious thing, like, but it's not just that. Like,
yeah,
the notor-
you can tell by
if
the
you see,
sound.
so Watchfinder just published a video with a 5711, two 5711 next to each other,
Yeah.
and it's within a split second, you know.
Yeah.
Like people say it's difficult to see now.
Well, they had a
If
different
people
tone
think
face on that one, right? Didn't the face color not even
not
match
just
good?
the tone, but the font, the written,
Right.
the way that it says Patek Philippe,
Oh.
the complexity that Patek Philippe puts in their watches, it's non-visible in a fake. Like, you see what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So,
Well, like in some, the balance wheel won't be right. Like on the fake Rolexes, the balance wheel just doesn't have the screws where they're supposed to be, depending, you know.
no, there's just fake screws everywhere. But
Yeah.
if I wouldn't be able to define a difference between a real and a fake one within less than 12 seconds, 15 seconds, I shouldn't be doing my job.
Oh yeah, yeah, I hear you.
That's that's it. Like for me, honestly, but like it's so fucking surreal to get the support, and like
My-
you feel that yourself probably.
My
as
chat,
well.
my chat's like Richard Hart. I hate diamonds. Lol. Yes,
Yes.
if looking at the screen, it would appear that I don't hate them. Okay, I can't really argue against
Richard,
that.
I will salute. I will celebrate you. It's my birthday in
It's your
2
birthday?
days.
Oh, okay.
In 2 days. I'm
Alright.
sitting at home with fucking COVID, mate.
It sucks,
Fucking
bro.
ball ache. But
It looks good.
listen, it's not the most prettiest of watches, but it does give me a lot of
Dude,
confidence.
you want to make some
if I
money?
walk into
You want to
a-
make some money? I'm going to tell you to make some money right now. Make metal
How?
bands for those dumb watches, please. Just make metal straps for them, man. People will pay you anything for that. You know they're selling like crystal cases for that. You pay like 300K
Yeah.
US for a stupid sapphire
Yeah.
case. And
Yeah,
I-
synthetic
I'm just
sapphire.
so if people are going to pay 300K for an aftermarket case for a watch they're already into for 200, they'll give you like 100 for an overpriced metal bracelet, which will obviously be better than the rubber crap that they're giving you from the factory.
Good idea. Good idea.
It is a good idea. It is actually a very good idea.
No, listen. It's not the prettiest of watches, right? But
It's got the
damn
tongue
this,
shape.
all right, but damn, this watch gives me a fuck ton of confidence for also an unknown reason.
I'll let you
really.
know when I'm wearing the McLaren on the next stream. I'll let you know how
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Should I stop
you're
making
getting
fun of
tomorrow?
it because I'm going to alienate the audience I'm trying to get Infinity from? Like, I'll stop saying bad things against the watch.
All right, but listen, I'll get that. You need to talk about that piece unique.
All right.
Anyway,
Well, I mean, look, I want a HEX piece unique from whoever wants to make some, you know, and like, if Jacob is that, cool. If AP wants to do it, but they're probably not. I mean, who knows? I don't know. I love my brand. I'm out here donating millions to charity and making people's lives better. And every day I get at least 3 or 4 people telling me how I saved their life, changed their life, saved their family's life. You're like, okay, amazing. Like I'm going to pay someone that I trust. Like I have a right-hand man. I'm going to have him go through all my messages and just kind of like pull some of these out and anonymize them and be like, this is what a day in Richard Hart's life looks like. Endless and never ending thank yous and praise. Like, check it. Because otherwise people don't know, you know, they think, oh, look, fat scammer with his Ponzi scheme. He's out there scheming. You're like, nope, I'm an outlier. I'm weird. I've been retired for 20 years. I'm not the normal thing you run into. It's different here.
Here, I'm going to bed.
Good night, bro.
The next 5 minutes.
It was good talking to you, man. It was fun. We should do this dressed up on your channel sometime, maybe. I don't know. You think it was fun?
Yeah, 100%. Let's get something done soon.
All right.
I just need to be able to get the energy after this fucking COVID bollocks.
Feel better, bro. Feel better. I mean,
how long have we been on this stream anyway? I literally just got hit by a truck.
An hour 30. 2:30? Wait a second. How long have we been on here? Feels like an hour 30 to me. Yeah, hour 30.
No.
No.
Didn't feel like an hour 30
Bro,
to be honest.
so prideandpinion.com if you want to see Nico Vanderhorst's watch store. He sells all types of expensive stuff, and he even sells some not expensive stuff. I think he sells like polishing cloths and travel
Well
things.
spotted. The best polishing cloth in the industry. Without a shadow of a doubt.
And then I'm Richard Hart. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/RichardHartWin. HEX.com, price went up 4,000x in a year and a half before staking, 8,000x after.
I was looking at that because the first time I was looking at that, I was looking at that today actually, that HEX, did that started in August? Or
HEX is almost 2 years old. Almost 2 years old, yeah. Like in between a year and a half and 2 years old now. But it took years to develop. I mean, it was hard to build it. A lot of people think software is easy. There's a reason no software is ever coming out on time. It's always late because it's hard. And it's very hard to predict what things you're going to run into. So like our testnet was done. It was ready for my new coin that's coming out, Pulsechain.com. That's the reason we got the 28 million for charity is, because we were giving free Pulse tokens to people that donated charity. So the testnet was ready. It was set. And then upstream, the Ethereum chain added a bunch of stuff and changed a bunch of stuff right before this fork that they had. And then that stuff they added screwed up our testnet. And so now we have to go back and make everything work again to get around the stuff they added. And it's just taking time, So.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But this story of stuff going up a lot in crypto, Bitcoin went up 6 million fold, 6.5 million fold in 10 years. Ethereum went up 15,000 fold in 4.5 years, and HEX went up 4,000 in a year and a half. This stuff is not. This is kind of par for the course, so to speak.
Funny enough, I tried to buy HEX on Coinbase, but that doesn't work like that.
Just buy Ethereum.
How does that work?
You buy Ethereum, and then you go to oneinch.io and swap them. So you swap your ETH for HEX. That's it.
How does that? Can you do that on Coin? Can you swap that on Coinbase?
You go to Coinbase, you buy Ethereum, you send it to your wallet, and then with your wallet, you go to oneinch.io, and you swap it. You swap your ETH for HEX. That's all you do.
All right. What one DEX? Could you text me that?
oneinch.io.
1 inch.
Yeah, so like what 1inch does is they spread your order across all of the different exchanges so that you get the best price. So it would be like if you said I wanted a Rainbow Daytona, and then you just gave your bit. By the way, you want to make money in your business? I got another idea for you right now. Okay. I should not have to sit on hit F5 over and over and over again on all these stupid, dumb websites all day. I don't like it. I should be able to say, hi, I'm Rich. I want this. I'm willing to pay this. Call me when you have it, and you want to send me a timestamp photo. That doesn't exist. Why can't I put a request for quote? Why can't I put a looking for, want to buy, WTB? This has existed on Craigslist forever. This has existed in government auctions forever. I want to put, these are the watches I want. Hit me with your offers. Like I should be able to push my offer instead of just pulling the market's offers. So you should make custom bands.
You know what the big problem with that is? They
expire, but people just, they don't want it anymore and they don't remove their offer.
No, it's like I hear what you're saying and it's fucking great idea. But my problem is if I put time on that and I put my team's time in that, people are gonna like. You're gonna get people that you did do that instead of calling. They do that, and they're an exception on the rule.
Well,
they're just trying to get the cheapest deal as possible, which is fine. But if they do that all the time, I have a full-time person replying to other people being. You see what I mean?
I just know it's worked for other industries, right? Like they wanted to buy has worked for other stuff, like, and it's just basically like a classified ad. I don't know, man. I'm just it would make my life.
It is good to try because, like, I know what you mean. For in this industry, however, there's how you call that? There's a lot of like people.
Tire kickers.
Is usually tire kickers, right?
Yeah.
That's the right word, right? 90%.
No.
This is fine, but there's a difference when someone is deciding to buy now and within a year. See what I mean? People are already looking for that. And it's just being able to qualify that buyer. Yeah. Being able to qualify that buyer at that moment, at the right time. You see what I mean?
You could try and filter them out by getting a pre-commitment. Like, I'll get you a quote on this watch, but you need to pay me $30 for my time. I'll give you support for this thing that we don't even kind of support, but you're going to need to pay $45.
That is a better point, because then you know that someone is invested in it.
And what do they care about $45 an hour? And then if you want to get tricky with it, if you want to make real money with it, you bang them on a monthly. So your membership of our acquisition website with premier membership, and then you're like $29.95 every month. And for whatever reason, this is what Patreon does, right? What is Patreon? Yeah. Oh, you like my content? Let me bang your card forever. That kind of stuff, Yeah. It's a good business model.
Definitely. I am old-fashioned, and I need to become more open to stuff like
2021,
this.
bro.
This is where
you're supposed to have flying cars now, man. 2021.
Exactly.
When you watch old Star Trek movies and you see about when the future war stuff is happening, it's like 2021. You're like, okay. It doesn't look nothing like the movie thought it would. We don't even have those self-zipping Nikes. You got to pay like $6,000 for those limited edition zip themselves Back to the Future Nikes. I'm gonna let you go, man. Mad. So Pride and Pinion for Nico, hex.com, pulsechain.com, Richard Hartwin on Twitter.
Guys, first of all the Hexicans, definitely that supported me in the last 2 days ago. I won't forget that. I really fucking appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. I'm a bit under the weather with COVID. I'm looking forward to have a stream with you where I'm full energy, and
nice.
I'm looking to see some watches without diamonds.
All right, we'll see. There's no diamonds in the McLaren.
Exactly. That's good. I'm looking forward to that. My final question: what is the watch you're most proud of?
I mean, I like this one the best. I love it. I think it's great. And then other Hexicans. So I know 2 other Hexicans that have the same exact watch, full diamond, full everything, $250,000. And then I know a Hexican that has the same one, but without the diamond bracelet, diamond everything else. And it's just kind of like some of the stuff that I like, my community likes too. And then we kind of like just swarm it a little bit, So you're seeing a lot of Philippe Plein stuff. You're seeing a lot of Wolfwinders. You're seeing a lot of this particular Sari rose gold. And I just love the price.
Let me sort out your Wolfwinders. Let me sort out your Wolfwinders in the future.
Sure.
And I will. That's a way for me as well to understand that
I'll pay you crypto. I'll buy it from in crypto. All right, man. Sounds good.
And then that will be a good how I can be better and can facilitate the crypto world, and particularly the hex world.
Get your feet wet, bro.
The Hexicans.
Make a hex stake. Stake $10 in hex and see what happens. It's a gateway drug, bro.
Done.
When it 10x's, you'll be like, yep, I know what I like now.
You see what I mean? Yeah. That stake things is like keeping. That means that you keep something for a very long time, doesn't it?
It's up to you. You can stake for a day. You can stake for 5,555 days. It's totally up to you. I tell most people to do a ladder so that you've always got some money coming out, so you're not hungry and want to end one of your long stakes and pay a penalty. And so when you've always got some money coming out, you can restake it. You're going to get a little bit less yield. You're going to pay a little bit more fees to gas transactions, but I think it's what people do in the normal world. Time deposits in the normal world, it's been around for probably 100 years. So, we just moved it onto the internet.
It is.
Oh.
Buying my first house at the moment as well, which is good news. So I'm doing
Buying
all sorts of good things.
You buying the top?
Buying the top, mate. That's me. I'm a daredevil, like.
But they keep printing money. That's just probably not the top. It's crazy.
But in Northern Ireland, the prices are still a bit alright. So
thank goodness.
Not too bad.
They're not in London. When you go to London, every taxi driver is a millionaire on paper. But if he ever sells his house, he'll never be able to move back to London. Because the prices run away from you. And you're like, once you leave the city, you'll never get back. Unless you've got a real good job. But you're not going to be able to get back in for what you sold for, It's not just London. It's like Beijing and these big cities, man. You can't. Bro, soon London's not even going to have any Englishmen in it. It's just going to be Arab sheiks with empty houses. There's not going to be any English people left in London, bro.
Same as Dublin, mate. There's no fucking Irish in Dublin, like the city centre.
But there is good Polish food there. There's a lot of very delicious Polish food. The Polish guys do all the work. So I think the Polish guys are actually a pretty okay addition to Dublin, but and the Polish girls are really cute too. So
I'm not complaining. It
was good talking to you, man. Hey, get some rest, brother. Feel better.
Talking to you, brother. Appreciate that. Thank you. I will. Cheers, brother.
Hey, everybody. Well, it was fun. It's our first cross-industry fun stream. Nico's a hilarious streamer. He's hilarious on stream. You should see him when he's, like, not dying of tired. I'm going to check chat here. Let's go look at the prices, huh? Let's go check out some prices. HEX, 17.394. Ooh. Love it. Love it. Hey, guys, real quick about HEX real quick. If you remove a ton of supply from circulation, what happens to the price, assuming static or increasing demand? I wonder. Basic economic theory. With static or increasing demand, removal of supply means price up. That's what it means. Very simple. God, the chart's so beautiful. I looked at the HEX chart on the monthly. There's barely any red candles. It's almost all green candles on the monthly. It's amazing. It's the best chart I've ever seen in my life. And this is pre-viral. This is only 61,000 stakes, or 61,000 addresses that have staked. So that means that there's like 61,000 or less stakers. $100 billion valuation. Only 63,000 stakers? Wow. What happens when there's 1 million stakers? Wow. So amazing. Like, I absolutely love HEX. Love it. How I'm spending my time? Focusing on hiring devs. So, handing out contracts. It's the most important thing, in my opinion, that I can be working on. So, when you don't see me streaming, it's probably because I'm doing something powerful. Why are the ETH fees so high? Pulsechain.com. Hope to solve that. Richard, your value proposition of crypto as a replacement for the banking system was the best I've ever heard. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I can't stop tweeting the monthly. Yeah, it's real deal. And by the way, DJ Pollywood, I recognize you from the Binance thread. I hope they sort you from jacking you of your money. How do you stake? You go to gotohex.com or backuphex.com or hexmob.win or apphex.win or learn how to do it manually in the etherscan.io write contract function. I'm about to start learning code. Nice. Congrats. I can't wait until Pulse. Yeah, me neither. Like, I want Pulse now. Yes, I want it. Where can you buy HEX and Pulse? Pulse doesn't exist yet. You can check out pulsechain.com. You should definitely read it. And HEX, just go to hex.com/buy and stake. One word. and it gives you tips. But just like buy Ethereum anywhere and swap it for HEX on 1inch.io or matcha.xyz. It's the best route. I mean, you can get a slightly better route by using USDC instead of Ethereum, but you still have to have a little Ethereum to like pay your fees. So if you're a noob, I just kind of tell you to just buy Ethereum so you don't have to buy 2 coins instead of 1. Can you confirm PHEX starts at 0 value? Yes, that is the intention. But just because it starts at 0, you don't know what the first trade number is going to be. So there ain't no guarantee you're ever going to get it cheap. What crypto will win the race to win the first $1 trillion market cap? Well, I guess you're new here because Bitcoin has already had a $1 trillion market cap, so I guess Bitcoin already won that race. What? Bitcoin was already $1 trillion, man. You're new. What should we do in the meantime? I mean, look, if you're really bored and love staring at charts, you could go hang out in t.me/hex trading. And when somebody ends stake and starts dumping the price, they're looking at that guy. And they'll tell you, if he usually does that, or if he rebuys later, or there's a bad trader, So when the price moves in HEX and I'm curious what happened, I go and look at t.me/hex trading. And, I'll even put the link in the chat here. Where is the Bitcoin bear? It fell off. The Bitcoin bear will come back to life. Bitcoin bear, come back. This is the bull trap bear. The bull trap bear will go away when we breach new all-time highs. Until then, the call to dip to 10K is still in play. No Bitcoin new all-time highs. No 65K. Bitcoin bear stays. Dead cat bounce. That's my prediction. But hey, I make more money if we don't dead cat bounce. So if Bitcoin wants to invalidate my my fractal of the last market and the market before that and the market before that, and it doesn't want to do 3 years up, 1 year down anymore, it wants to do something new, I'm going to make more money if it does that something new. But unless I buy the dip, I don't know. But if I buy the dip, am I buying the dip in Bitcoin? No, definitely not. Yeah, so the call for Bitcoin bear is still totally in play. You don't have new all-time highs. You have exactly what looks like a bull trap. You're getting now what we should have got a month ago. Congrats. Let me know when there's new all-time highs. Otherwise, 10K in play. Lol, poor Bitcoin bear. You guys want to have a laugh? Go Google what a Louis Vuitton bear costs. It's real funny. Why can't Vitalik fork ETH the same way you did? He doesn't have the balls. Some people just, there's this group of people that think they're smarter than everyone else that don't value horizontal scaling. So there's people that think, oh, well, it doesn't do some fancy newfangled crap and therefore I don't want to look at it. When in fact, normal horizontal scaling is totally awesome and valid and acceptable and is the reason why the world is covered in McDonald's. Because they didn't launch one McDonald's and say, you know what, we're not going to launch a second McDonald's until there's like significant improvements. No, they launched the second McDonald's and the third and the fourth and the 10,000th. And so incremental horizontal scaling with incremental technological progress is the correct way to scale things. It is not the correct way to scale things to fill up and stay full and hope and pray for some technological progress to save you when you could have just done more of the same thing. So, launching improved. Now, is there technological improvement in Pulse? Yes, there obviously is. But is it, are we changing the EVM? There's all these other things you can do to make life harder in the hopes of progress. And the correct time to do them is not now. Like, that's the future. Now is do the thing we can get quickest to market with that has massive impact and improvement, and not delay that thing for the hope of incremental other improvement. Like, would you rather have Pulse now or 25% more throughput? Okay, would you rather have Pulse now or 50% more throughput? I would rather have Pulse now. You can have more throughput later. Like, why are you waiting and delaying to make things better? Like, make them better now. So we're doing it right. Will there be a hex burn? Every time you stake your coins, they're burnt. You just happen to be able to like mint new ones when your end stake is over. I saw the movie clip you posted where Eric Baldwin shows the brass balls. Yeah, it's a good one. That's a movie called Glengarry Glen Ross. If you're in sales, I have a trio of movies I think you should watch. You should watch Glengarry Glen Ross. You should watch Boiler Room. Maybe you watch Matchstick Men. And Wolf of Wall Street. That'll do you. And I mean, Wall Street itself doesn't hurt, I guess, but that's like the guy hard sales kind of money movie roundup. Could you please provide me more details about the holdup caused by ETH updates for launching Pulsechain public testnet? How about you sound like a dev, and if you're Go developer, why don't you send me your resume, and I'll tell you all about the specific issues, and then maybe you can make some money, because I'm hiring devs. I got a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot more than just Pulsechain. There's a lot of things to build. You said you want to fork Pancake Swap. Yep. Okay, here's what's up. I made the statement that if I wanted to be mean to Ethereum, I could be, by loading up their chain with arbitrage opportunities. And I didn't want to do that because I want to be friendly to Ethereum and I want to see Ethereum fees get lower. And so I had this idea that we were either going to have a wide band or a narrow band bridged assets from Ethereum to Pulse. Wide band would be, let's take all the pairs on Ethereum that are popular and have them trade directly versus the Pulse version of the same coin, right? So in this example, it would be HEX on the Ethereum network versus HEX on the Pulse network, and they would trade directly in a pair. And then it occurred to me that you wouldn't load up the Ethereum side and kill it if all the trading was just going to happen on the more affordable, more efficient, faster Pulse side anyway. And so this ability to have everybody take all their ERC20s, or if not everybody, tons of people, take their ERC20s, bridge them onto Pulse, and then put them in a liquidity pool with the free PRC20, same code version of their ERC20. It's going to be very, 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 very easy for any Ethereum token holder, any ERC20 token holder, such as a Hexagon, such as the Link Marine, etc., to take their ERC20, bridge it to Pulse, and then put it in a liquidity providing farm with their free PRC20, because they got the PRC20 for free. They already had the ERC20. They can put them both in a liquidity pool and make yield and get rewarded with this new token that is like the Pulse version. It's basically called, I'm not going to say what it's called now, but there's a thing that's going to be a fork of Pancake Swap that rewards users for providing liquidity on the Pulse side and the Ethereum side. So you bridge your Ethereum token in, you have your free Pulse token you put them in a liquidity pool together with each other, you get rewarded with this other coin. That is vital and amazing and awesome. I really should have talked about it more during the sacrifice phase, because it is the killer app. This is the killer app that on-ramps all the Ethereum users into the faster, cheaper thing that will let Ethereum fees get lower. You want Ethereum fees to be lower, you got to reduce the load. How are you going to reduce the load? By letting people load up Pulse instead. And then even for coins where the front end teams might not build out a front end for the Pulse side for whatever reason, apathy, ignorance, who knows, right? You will still have, or are very likely to have, a liquidity pool with the Pulse version and the ETH version. And it doesn't matter whether anyone builds a front end out for the core thing here. I'm willing to bet that someone will see that these two things should have a value in relationship to each other, and there will always be a derivative. There's likely to be a derivative bet play on Ethereum assets on the Pulse side. It's like, what does grayscale Bitcoin have to do with Bitcoin? Nothing. But their prices track together. Can you redeem your grayscale shares for Bitcoin? No, they're unredeemable. But because they have a similar name and have some tying together of some sort, even though it's not real, like they're not redeemable, then people assign values to them, right? And so if you see value in, say, Link or the Uni token on the Ethereum side, and then there's a liquidity pair for the Ethereum side versus the Pulse side, and it's the same code, you're like, I bet people are willing to LP these two things, and I bet people are willing to seed a ton of value into all these PRC20s, because you may even be able to make outsized returns, right? So let's say you're able to get a deal on a PRC20 versus the ERC20 version. Well, great. If you got that deal and then they both go up, you might make more on the PRC20 side. Or let's say you have a token that's priced out on Ethereum. Or let's say the gas fee is a spike on Ethereum, which they do all the time. It's just so many strong things on the Pulse value proposition side. So this ability to give everyone the opportunity to earn yield by taking their ERC20, bridging it over, and putting their free PRC20s in a pool, it's really, 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 really powerful. Super powerful. And I was afraid that doing that would load up the Ethereum network and kill it. But now that I've thought through the specifics more, we can isolate all of that trading activity to just the Pulse side and let Pulse side get loaded up and help reduce the ETH fees and help everyone have a way to, if they want to yield farm, be able to do so with half of their yield farm being a token that they got for free. Really cool. Super, 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 super cool. Super powerful. Killer app. Really big deal. I should have made a bigger deal of it during the sacrifice phase. Just looking at everybody's questions here. The amount of money in this room. The amount of money in the room this man is in makes me feel like he doesn't have much of a reason to make more. I've been retired for 20 years, and I'm in this for glory. So you don't have to worry about me running out of drive. I'm not in this for the money. I'm in this for the glory. People need to understand who the best is. That's what's up. What else? Let's go look at the prices again here. $17.5 on HEX, BTC USD. We're sitting at 46 even. And then is this the top? Is this the BTC top of this little bouncy? So I don't really like the shape of this rise up here. I don't know. Meh. I still think this is a bull trap. I don't see anything indicating to me this isn't a bull trap. ETH 3182. I still think it's a bull trap, guys. I'm willing to be invalidated when the price goes up 30%. So if you want me to stop calling this a bull trap, you go ahead and run that price up 30%. That's on the ETH pair, and then on the BTC pair, also 34%. So if you want a 30% pump ETH or 34% BTC, I'm willing to say, hey, Richard Hart was wrong. Bitcoin's decided to do something new it hasn't done before. New all-time highs, value discovery, great. But right now, this looks like a bull trap to me. This looks like when we went from 20K to 10K to 17.5 and everyone got long again. Return to normal. Down to 3K. So, are people still buying $1 million JPEGs? Yeah? Okay. I want all those guys to lose their money. Sorry, guys. So, oh, and by the way, before you lose all your money, enjoy your free copies of all of your NFTs on Pulsechain.com. Enjoy your free copies. But I don't think buying $1 million JPEGs is good or wholesome or healthy. But Richard, you're sitting next to $1 million of watches. Yeah, these things have held their value for like 100 years. I don't think your JPEGs will. And you're not even buying the JPEGs. You could buy the actual JPEGs with the actual intellectual property rights. You're buying serial numbers loosely related to the JPEGs. The JPEGs not even be hosted on the internet anymore. Very, very silly. Very silly. Back to chat. Where'd chat go? Where to send my resume? t.me/Richard Hart win. No, that's not my address. t.me/Richard Hart. Sorry. How do you feel about artificial intelligence working in crypto? It doesn't, and it's not. Crypto is the slowest, most expensive, crappiest database that you can possibly use. There's no reason for AI to be involved with it. Still pursuing the HEX Trust product. So that's been rotated into a generic fund from a HEX specific fund. So I don't know how much I can tell you about that because it's not my particular deal. So I can tell you I have applied for an exchange license in Europe personally, or a company I own to be more specific. But like, I don't want to dox what those guys are doing. I just hope that they get it done. Well, I mean, I'll put it very generically. If you were to have any type of investment vehicle and choose HEX as your primary key to success to earn yield, it seems like HEX is an ideal product to do that with. So it should work for anyone that's trying to get yield, right? Is there a way to stop bot sandwich attacks on the Pulsechain network? Just using maximum slippage limit like you use anywhere else. So just set it to 0.5%. That's the best you can do. Yeah, or you could just use limit orders. You're not going to get sandwiched if you use a limit order. And then over time, you'll probably see flash bots and other anti-front running kind of stuff appear, but it'll take time, I think. When MetaMask replacement? Hiring devs, guys. I'm hiring devs. Takes time. So the Pancake Swap and Pulse will have its own token, like Cake. Yep. So a third Richard Hart token. Yep. It has to. Because why would you want to dilute? Like, why would you want to harm the HEX? Can't even say the word Pulse. Why would you want to harm the Pulse price to reward people to provide liquidity for ERC, PRC 20 pairs? So it's like, why should the Link Marines get to like dump Pulse because they made Link a better project on two chains? Doesn't make sense. So you really need a third token that isn't Pulse to act as the liquidity reward for that system. So Uniswap used to do LP rewards with Uni, 1inch does LP rewards with 1inch, Cake does it with Cake, Matic does it with QuickSwap, blah, 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 down the list. Or rather, QuickSwap does it with QuickSwap. So everyone has all of these Uniswap V2 forks that do liquidity providing incentivization. They all have their own native tokens that I can remember. And that's totally fair. Like, that token incentivizes use of the thing that made it. And I don't know why you would want to, like, inject the ability to dump something else because you participated in the liquidity farming project. Gonna be swapping some BTC over to HEX to stake tonight and prep for airdrop. Nice. CTO Larson wants to do a show with you. He writes the main part of Ionitech's paid newsletter. Well, have him message me, t.me/Richard Hart. I'm ready. Let's do it. Dollar HEX is literally the beginning. Here's another thing, guys, by the way. What is something that Dogecoin is being shilled by Mark Cuban and Elon Musk? What do both they say about it? That it's affordable. It's a cheap coin. That's awesome. And you know what is cheaper than Dogecoin? HEX. You like cheap coins? You like Dogecoin because it's affordable? You can get a bunch of units. It satisfies your unit bias. HEX has a better unit count than Doge. So, awesome. Rich, are you open to new idea, or are you too busy with your ongoing projects? I'm too busy, bro. You can copy paste me your pitch if you want to, but one, it probably sucks, and two, I'm kind of busy. Is USA a failed country? I don't know. Are all your charts still in dollars? Ain't failed yet. Probably will never fail. You should do a professional documentary on development of Pulse. There's already a documentary team that I'm in conversations with. They're trying to work out their visas. When their visas get worked out, we'll meet up. I mean, we're kind of late on it. They're supposed to be like now. Will T-shares be at the same value for HEX on Pulse as it is on Ethereum? Yes. Is there a reason why you decided to launch Pulse? Is there a reason why you decided not to launch Pulse on altcoin A or altcoin B, or use altcoin C to have better operability? Yes, there is. We want the minimum viable work for the maximum possible impact. And you can't possibly get more minimum viable than everyone's keys already working, everyone already having MetaMask installed, and just changing one setting in MetaMask. You can't get easier than that. And these other projects that you list, for the most part, their adoption is garbage. So for instance, AVAX was accepted for sacrifice. It came in at the very bottom, or very near the very bottom, of sacrifices. There was like $3.2 million of ADA sacrificed, and there was like 75K of AVAX sacrificed. Oh, and you go on AVAX and you look at the liquidity, there's no liquidity anywhere. You go on the AVAX version of Uniswap, there's no liquidity anywhere. It's garbage. You can't get out of anything. It's trash. And then you run into that same problem with all these other ghost chains that you're talking about. You're like, oh, look, it's another chain. It's got this, that, and the other. Yeah, and it's got no users and no liquidity. What now? What? Oh, so you've got coins on a chain that no one wants to trade on. Good luck getting rid of your AVAX. If you had a bag of AVAX and you want to dump it for something else, good luck, dude. Enjoy your middlemen, because there ain't no other way to get rid of that crap. It's garbage. So no, as I said previously, and you should have already got it from the answer, the correct way to scale isn't to open up a new ghost chain with a lot of scalability. It's to do the thing that everyone's going to adopt first and then fix it later. Let's solve gas fees now, then worry about getting scale, unless you want yet another empty ghost chain that hasn't done anything to help Ethereum's fees. So I'm doing it the right way. And I know about all the other fancy crap that's out there, because we looked at all the other fancy crap to see if it could be supported for sacrifice. Oh, by the way, why would I use someone else's crap when I can just fork it and then hire my own devs? Like, I'm not using other people's crap. Like, I'm not pumping other people's bags. Sorry, homies. Like, this is a one-stop shop. We do it ourselves. We're done. We gave crypto a couple years to get with it and give us a respect that we earned. Crypto didn't give it for the most part. So now crypto can watch us fly. It's that simple. They're just going to force hexagons into greatness. So are we front page on CoinGecko where we belong? No. Why not? We're front page on Nomics. We're front page on Coin Paprika. Are we front page on CoinMarketCap? No. Why? Because some of these sites don't suck and some of them do suck. And if you suck, don't expect us to be working with you. Don't expect us to be nice to you. You had 2 years to figure it out. Hi, I'm the guy that writes free self-help books. I'm the guy that has a free self-help YouTube channel. I'm the guy that calls the top on the day. I'm the guy that's giving out millions of dollars of free coins exclusively to Bitcoin holders with HEX. I'm the guy that raised $28 million for charity. I'm the best person in crypto. I demand the respect now. It's been 2 years. Binance has been hacked. KuCoin's been hacked. BitMEX founders went to jail. KX founders went to jail. Everyone can eat a D. We earned the respect, and we will have it now. All you guys that got exchanges, I know how to fill out paperwork. It ain't hard. Oh, you got your own chain? I know how to hire devs. I don't need your devs, right? Like, just this idea that these people will eventually be nice and intelligent and friendly and fun, I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to be Peter Schiffs. I think a lot of these scumbags out there that are hiding HEX from the world, they're Peter Schiffs. They don't realize that what we built is better than anything they ever dreamed. They just can't get it into their brains. Peter Schiff can't bring himself to press the green buy button. But he should have. Time and time and time again, he should have. He should have learned. And so everybody else in crypto is going to just watch us do it right now. Because ain't nobody else in this game better than I am. Nobody. Who? Who's a better marketer than me? Who? Who's a better debater than me? Who does better live streams? Who? Who's got better price chart? Who's got better uptime? Who's got a better logo? Who's got a better brand name? Who's got a 3-letter dictionary.com? I do. Anybody else in crypto? No, it's just me. So everyone else can watch. I don't need anybody's help. I don't need anybody's help. Unless you're dev. You're dev, I need your help. We're focusing on Go devs. So, I mean, I say Go Lang, but it's not technically the name of the language. Technically, the name of the language is just Go. But the domain name was Go Lang, and thus, anyway, we're just focusing on it because Geth is written in it, and Aragon, which is better than Geth, which will eventually replace Geth, probably is also written in it. So we're going to end up porting to Aragon, I think. What else? And I mean, look, these are all Turing-complete languages, so they're kind of interchangeable, kind of. I don't know. That's a little bit misleading. If you choose the wrong language, you're going to have a hard time. Some languages are better at things than other languages. Go is fine. Rust is fine. We're just using Go. That's where we're at now. But for other things, like front-end stuff, you're not going to use Go. You're going to use React or something that ends in JS that I can't remember. The JS version of React. Can't remember what it is right now. Vue.js. So basically, like, go to hex.com is done in Vue.js, and then Uniswap front end is done in React. I'm converting all of my trading bots profits into HEX and start staking immediately. Best way of creating passive income. Thanks, Richard. You got my respect big time. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. When will you allow for automatic subtitles on my videos? I do. I already do, man. I've edited every option that would allow automatic subtitles, dude. I'm looking at the options right now. This stream contains paid promotion. Nope. Automatic chapters, yep. tags, languages. I mean, the only option I see here is caption certification. Nope, it's not that. I don't have any options here to allow me to give you closed captions that aren't already there. And I'm telling you, man, when I watch my streams, there's already closed captions there. Like if you click CCs, they pop up. Now maybe they're just English. I don't know. But unless they give me some other option inside the screen, man, there's nothing else I can do. Like I know the Spanish guys are like crying out for it, and I respect that. But I don't have any more options to enable here, man. I mean, I'll give it the long shot and try like the general channel options, but I've done this before and to no success. Yeah, I'd have to get out of the screen to even get to those options. So if you want to send me a very specific direct link or instruction on how to find something you think that I should have been already found that didn't, please do tell. Yeah, everybody says CC works now. But I mean, he wants it to work in more languages. I mean, it's on YouTube, man. I really don't think there's any way I can do it. HEX has over $100 billion market cap. Cool. Let's go look. Yes, it does. HEX has over $100 billion market cap. I like that. Oh, look, HEX is up 7% today, and everything else is down. In the top 9. Nice. I love HEX. I don't think people understand the type of silliness that HEX can do. The amount, if you think about how much supply just got removed off the market, oh my God. Like, and then all these people just learned about it. I mean, so many people. I was always quoting like 30,000 stakers for the longest time. Like now we have 61,000 staking addresses. Like maybe we're still pre-viral, but at some point maybe you do go viral. And then is that what this looks like? Is this what the going viral looks like? It might be. This might be the moment that we go from pre-viral to viral. PV to AV. Pre-viral to well, it's kind of Latin, right? So AD, like ante domine or whatever. I don't know, man. Pre-viral, post-viral, but they both start with P, so PV doesn't work. Does Sens have any project with humans that have a rare genetic mutation and need urgent help? I don't know. Message them. scns.org. Our bodies are ready for the silliness. Some of these memes, people don't even know where they come from. Like the "My Body Is Ready" meme, I believe was an NVIDIA executive at a video game event. And then that phrase that just stuck. You're like, don't know why that phrase stuck. Everybody else is, it's weird what phrases go viral. I want to see the candlestick caked with wax in several layers. All right. What is the watch on my hand? This is a Yacht-master with a Oysterflex band. I don't like the Oysterflex as much. Like, it makes your wrist sweat a little bit, and the metal bands don't do that as much. So but I wanted something that had black color. So I didn't have like, black band, kind of black face kind of thing. Still chuck full of diamonds, and it was one of the most affordable ways to get a full Pave diamond factory Rolex style. If not the most affordable way. So that's right. People think I'm a billionaire, but I am still cheap. Even though I have a $600,000 watch here tomorrow, probably. You say 61K stakers, but the staker app shows 47K. Is it possible I got it wrong? Sure. I'm just reading what's on hex.vision. So if hex.vision and staker.app disagree, I don't know why. You'll have to find out. So you tell me. Maybe it's 67K, maybe it's 40, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's 47K, maybe it's 61K. I'm just quoting you hex.vision if the staker app number is better, then it's even more impressive because it's even less stakers. We went up 4,000x on less than 100,000 stakers. Awesome. Do I go to the gym again? No, I've been eating healthy, so I've been dropping weight. Like I'm around 250 now, but I was like 263 like a month ago maybe, or two. So I dropped like, I don't know, 13 pounds. I'm just going to keep doing that. Keep eating healthy. And I should start lifting again. But I'd rather hire devs. But Richard, it's only a couple minutes. Yeah, I know. I can't really argue against that. Yes, it is only a couple minutes. I should do it. You have a couple minutes to do your chin-ups, deadlift, bench. You do. So what do you mean a couple minutes? Yeah, I just do one set of each every day. Works awesome. I should do it. Start doing it again. How do you get the most hex for the lowest price? Get USDC on Coinbase with no fee. If you're a US citizen, get enough Ethereum to pay for gas, and then go to matcha.xyz or 1inch.io and either set a limit order or place a market order and dump your USDC for hex. That's the best order execution that I am aware of. And you can read that same crap on the hex.com/buy and stake, which I probably should edit to just buy because having extra crap in your URL sucks. So I should change it to just hex.com/buy. That would be smart. Donald Brandt says, just onboarded another hexing. Glad to hear that. Yeah, like, by the way, I don't think you guys understand how stupid the price can get in hex. It can get to levels where everyone in crypto's jaw drops and it's just like, how is this possible? Because it is the best designed cryptocurrency in the world. The only thing the price chart cares about is buying and holding. Everything is a narrative excuse joke. Oh, Solana's pumping. Oh yeah, why is Solana pumping? Because people are buying it. Why? Because they think the price is going to go up. Why? Is it because people are like using it? No. Is it because partnerships? No. It's just because it's the narrative. It's the meme, right? Oh, people are buying Dogecoin. Why? And it has a picture of a dog on it. Okay. So all of these like narrative meme excuses hoping to get people to buy and hold are inferior to just directly paying people to buy and hold. You don't have to come with some silly story. Oh, we're going to be peer-to-peer digital cash. Oh, we're going to be Ethereum killer. All this crap. They end up being ghost chains, by the way. You can start with the only thing the price chart really cares about, which is buying and holding, and directly reward the buying and holding. It's Bitcoin with proof of work change. Instead of doing proof of destruction of the environment, we do proof of weight. We delay gratification. Proof of weight is better than proof of work. Now, for consensus, you need something else in addition to proof of weight, I think. You might actually be able to use proof of weight for consensus, but I haven't like tried to think so deep on it. So like, why does HEX have the best price chart in cryptocurrency? Is it because anyone's being nice to us? No. Is it because we're on television? No. Is it because CNBC is telling people how to buy? Nope. It's because we have the best logo, the best domain name, the best community, I think the best memes, the best price chart, the best design. I'm not going to say the best founder, but gosh darn it. Satoshi, where you at, man? Where you at? I'm still here. So, I don't know. Maybe even have the best founder. Yeah, I think the things that HEX are capable of are truly... If you look at the chart, it ain't curving down. It's curving up. And we're adding new users more quickly. And I just think if this is a transition from pre-viral to virality, when that transition happens, you'll see movements that you never thought possible. Like, it's going to be insane. Guys, this is awesome stream. I love it. Well, guys, I'm glad to hear it. Look, I want to get to work. This ain't work. This is just fun. So go to twitter.com and follow me. It's important. Twitter.com/RichardHartWin. Go to hex.com. Go to pulsechain.com and hang out and chat. T.me/PulsechainCom. t.me/hex crypto, t.me/hex trading, and enjoy it. I mean, these are wonderful free resources that are awesome to hang out, and there's always 60 people sitting in voice chat and Pulsechain. So if you want to be on voice comms and chat with people, it's a great place to do it. And if you guys want me to do live streams with people, set it up, make it happen. Set it up, make it happen, message me, t.me/Richard Hart. That's it. It's been a pleasure, guys. I hope that all your dreams come true. Ciao.